Kanye West has said, if I fuck this model and she bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like an asshole. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Jam. It's JJ, Allen, AB, Matt, the way it always is. How we doing?
Way it always
good, man. Everybody chilling, bro. Chilling.
What's good?
We got a great show in store for y'all today. A great podcast episode in store for y'all today. If you driving, if you listening in your
shitting,
well, cooking some food or some shit. Listen to the pod.
It's like we don't have to go to shitting. Like you could eat first, like you know.
Hey, all of the above.
Watching the shit on the shitter, man.
You right.
Yeah, all of the above. You're gonna have a great time. Get your popcorn, get your food, everything. Like, subscribe, share it, drop a comment.
Appreciate the support, of course.
Definitely.
We just hit 3K on the on the Instagram.
Bro, we
yeah,
hit 3K on the Instagram. We hit 1,600 on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
1,500 on the TikTok.
Oh my God.
Like
y'all really,
we do this shit.
Y'all really fucking with us.
Y'all
in the comments y'all
been-
be leaving, like, bro, it's like supportive as hell.
Yeah.
I love seeing
No,
it.
I've seen so much love about people talking about how like necessary the podcast is. So if you think it's necessary, stay tuned to the whole thing. If you don't think it's necessary, you will.
Oh God.
But yeah, we got a lot to talk to y'all about this week. We're going to talk about Fashion Week. We're going to talk about Doechii. We're going to talk about the stock market, Elon. We're going to talk about Mahmoud Khalil. That's a whole developing story right now. We're going to talk about the culture of clip farming. We're going to have some reactions for y'all at the end. And then we got a special thing we launching at the very end. So again, watch the whole thing.
Before we start, we see a wardrobe change.
Oh,
What's
We
going
do,
on
bro.
now?
Oh my
Y'all
God.
didn't peep the hair.
That's what
If
Bro,
you're-
it was just one day we were sitting, and this was like the other day. It was hot as shit. The first time in Chicago ever. So we're like, you know
It was
what?
that day.
Yeah.
We were talking about going out, and I was editing, and Matt was looking at my hair, because I'm not feeling like my braids were looking fucked up. If y'all peep why I've been wearing that hat, there's a reason why I'm wearing that hat. On God, it's not a part of the wardrobe.
He had
I
2
seen-
episode straight in
I
like
seen
hat
someone-
and do-rag.
I almost crashed in the comment section because I seen someone bullshit now, and they was like, everybody got formal on. Why he wearing the hat? You didn't peep. He had the tie with the
Right.
black
You just don't get the
You don't
trip,
get-
but it's
you
fine. But yeah, no, going back to the story, Matt saw the braids, and he was like, let's take that shit out. Then took that shit out, and here it is, bro.
Shit out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel bad for y'all who are listening at home because you not seeing
You
this,
can't
this
see the
man
beauty,
with
bro.
the hair out, man.
It's
see
like
beauty,
a
yeah.
lion mane on some
A lion.
That crazy?
Just a little.
It's rare we get to see it, but besides the wardrobe, because we usually start with a fit check. I know who we starting with. Mr. Limited Edition. Bricks on the feet.
Which
Got
bricks
the bricks,
on
got the
the-
Jordan 4 bricks on the feet.
Please explain
Please
to us what
explain
those
the
bricks
lore.
mean.
and give us the
So,
lore.
shout out to the boy Jay. That's all I gotta say.
Shout out
Yes,
to the
sir.
boy
Yes,
Jay.
sir.
Shout
Yes,
out
sir.
to the
Yes,
boy
sir.
Jay. That's
Shout
how I
out
was
to
supposed to get
Nigel.
them. That's how I got them early. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, these are basically based off Nigel Sylvester's like hometown, like Queens, New York, and
Hard.
shit. And like the structure of that city's built with like bricks everywhere. So that's what the red came from. You know what I'm saying?
I heard it was niggas
Bro,
wrestling in the streets over these shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I have
like-
niggas.
Dang.
I'm like so sorry to cut you off. I was laughing because I thought he dead was talking about his turtle. No bullshit. When he said shout out Nigel, I dead thought he was talking about his turtle. No
Bro.
bullshit. I'm not even trying to be bogus because I don't know the history behind it.
Let Nigel rest, dog.
I know, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, he's
I
been
didn't
dead
even-
at this point.
He
He's
has,
been dead
bro.
for years.
He's been dead.
Let my little nigga rest, bro. And
Y'all
his
think-
name was not
Y'all think the
Nigel.
shell deteriorated?
Let's get
I'm
into
sorry.
it. Let's get
Keep
into
going.
it. Nah,
Go back
fuck
to the lore.
bullshit.
I'm sorry.
No, fuck that.
I'm sorry.
Bad work.
Sorry. Bad work. Keep
Bad
getting the
work.
lore, bro. I'm so sorry. No
Okay,
bullshit.
so Nigel Sylvester is a professional BMX athlete, and he partnered with Jordan Brand. He released, I think, the Jordan ones. Those were like some pre-scuff shoes. I ain't really fucking with those. And he released 2 other Jordan 4 lookalikes. I forgot what they're called, but I wasn't fucking with those either.
These,
Easy.
however.
And they got the bike on the
However,
back
yes.
tab,
Like
like
the bike,
Damn.
bike.
instead
on
of
the back.
Nike, it say bike. It's
That's
crazy.
hard.
Yeah,
That's hard.
Those
it's hard.
are some hard
Yep,
boards.
and
You
then-
said you was talking
Those
about
are
Brian
train
and
car.
them? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the train car.
Fucking train, I think it stopped somewhere and niggas just started robbing the shoes out the train car.
my
And he's-
So,
Hey,
so
How many
might
they
be fresh
steal?
off the train.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He might have got them bitches off that train.
AB
But
the artist is not connected in any way, shape, or form to the
No,
events
no,
that
no, no, no.
transpired.
no cease and desist.
but Brian had them on. Kai just got them gifted to him by the State Farm guy. Like they're hot right now, so it's crazy that you're actually like you have them. That's crazy shit.
But besides that, the rest of the fit now.
You know what I'm saying?
Big crazy Hellstar
got the
on.
Hellstar, you know what I'm saying? Regular jean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go, Alan. I think you next.
We go. I think we got the lemon pepper step.
Got lemon pepper.
Shit, with the flood. Got some dress pants. Got the veil tee on.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
got the
Mac on
you
here.
got the crew. You know what I mean?
Got the crew.
You know what I mean?
You should stand up and show the back of that.
I
But I don't know if we got the room
I
for
know
that.
that'd be crazy. Back of the crew is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Slight pants with the Louis on.
Louis on
and
the
shit.
beat and shit.
That's
Slight
hard, bro.
pants and shit.
It's
But you know
light
what's crazy?
pants.
But you gotta show the chain for real.
What, I ain't got the chain now? Oh, the
Yeah, it's
I gotta move the hair a
chain
little
and
bit.
shit.
Shut up.
Yeah, there you
Hold
go.
on.
I got the chain. Oh, I got the chain.
Yeah,
JJ, what shirt that is? Who bought it?
Also, oh yeah, who bought, that's what he brings up. Who bought
He didn't even give a
my glorious cousin Matthew bought me this shirt for Christmas on some shit. It's a Tyler Supreme, you know. I'm talking about some shit. You got the chain.
Got the
It's not
chain
out,
on.
but it will be out. The chain stack.
You'll be right.
Who got you the shoes, Josh?
The Travis. Yeah. My glorious brother Abee, the artist, bought me the shoes for Christmas on some shit.
Damn. I would say I got him some shit, but I can't afford dinner. So keep going with the fit.
Speaking of the fits, you know, clothes and shit, let's get right into bag work. I seen Paris Fashion Week just happen.
Okay, let me explain what Fashion Week. It's either the best or the worst time I'll have. Because you know how it goes. But I can say this has like been a very good Fashion Week. This is women's wear. And bro,
And it women's
It's Women's History Month.
Yeah.
it's Women's History Month
It
too.
was International
So
Women's
it's
Day the
like-
other day.
and
shout out
then-
to all the women.
Yeah,
Literally.
shout out to all
And
the
if Paris Fashion Week didn't show off, they would have disrespected Women's Month, but they showed. So they really did they shit.
W.
But the first show I saw and I showed y'all was a brand called Schiaparelli, and they did their shit, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta show y'all the picture, bro.
That's one of the best shows I've seen like in a very long time. Do we see the Schiaparelli?
The first
Schiaparelli
picture.
fits?
Oh,
Look,
that was
shit,
that
bro.
one.
Yes.
Yes.
Shit.
I
They
can't
stepping,
even like
stepping.
for the audio listeners, I can't even describe it.
It's
Like,
like,
I like you might have to just look it up.
might have
for
to.
real.
it's one person on the left. He got some like white
Yeah.
fur on the shoulders.
Yeah, she has like a all leather kind of fit on. She has a leather jacket with like kind of like a mink fur on the like top of the
Like
shoulders.
collar, like
Yeah.
extended collar.
White mink fur.
Yeah.
Bit look like
leather
crocodile and shit.
Dude, bro. And it's not even just a regular leather because y'all can't see from this distance. It's like a pattern.
Yeah, I was gonna
leather.
say it has a
like
print.
whole
It looks like a
on it.
print
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, it's real nice, and it has. She got some heels on. Second fit, I can't even describe that shit. It's just,
You know,
Beautiful.
it's like,
That's like a Beethoven fit.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like
you know, like
Beethoven.
the founding
Yeah,
fathers
the
when they
founding
have the
fathers
white
shit.
like frilly stuff in the middle of the shit with the jacket. It's kind of like that, but there is nothing.
cool.
in
Yeah,
the
it's
middle.
just
like
titties.
a skinny black.
yeah, it's just
It's like
titties.
it's-
It ain't no frilly.
like a
it's
skinny
titties.
black like top with like it's not fully
and then
covered in the middle.
yeah, and also
Belt
one thing
stack.
I've been fucking with this show, and it's so crazy. This goes back to the topic I bring every time of like how we make this culture shit and how the street make the culture. It's like they have in the middle she has a 3 belt stack. And that comes from streetwear.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you bit off that and put that in high fashion. And it's so crazy how we have such an impact with this shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Same with the third fit as well.
Third fit is crazy.
This is the second stack, yeah.
Second fits are
Hard.
crazy. Beautiful dress.
Same stack
Hell
with the
yeah.
belt, leather pants with some heels.
Yeah.
That second fit on the middle is insane, bro.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
great. Is that mink too?
it's I don't know if it's mink, but it's like a fur kind of outfit, long trench coat, and it has like a corset embedded into it. So it's like damn near sewed onto the fur coat.
I'm
So it's real
telling
nice.
you,
Yeah.
for all my listeners out there, I'm telling you, you have to look this shit.
You have to
Yeah.
watch
We
this
are not
show.
going to do it justice.
Yeah,
with
we're
that.
not gonna
Yeah,
do it.
just
justice.
look-
I couldn't even explain to you the layers on
I
that third
can't.
dress.
Yeah, the
Literally,
third
I
dress
can't
layers
even
are
explain
beautiful.
it to y'all because it's like it's so good.
Yeah.
The thing about this that's so good, it's like this is more practical. Like this is not a couture show. This is more practical. So I'm like, if this is practical,
What the
like
fuck-
this
what
has
the
been-
couture
like
look
literally,
like?
what does
Hell
couture
yeah.
look like? And it's the
Yeah.
fact that like it's been elevated so much.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
did
really nice to
describe
see.
you did describe that dress on the right in an interesting way to us is like the leather like bag straps.
Yeah, like
and that's
kind-
pretty much the entirety of the dress. It's just like straps, but it looks like a ball gown. It's so
Yeah,
nice.
it's
It's
so
sewn
nice.
together
Yeah,
in a
so
way,
it
yeah.
almost has that
Like
aesthetic
pleated.
when it's. Yeah, I was just gonna say that when it's walking, it's kind of like moving. It kind of gives like a pleated effect, but it's really not.
That's
It's
insane.
dope. Yeah.
Man,
Tired
Paris
show.
Fashion Week. It
Yeah,
came.
and then going on to the next show, this is Givenchy. And
okay.
the thing about Givenchy is the special was Matthew Williams. He was the creative director before. He ended up leaving, and new creative director came. Her name is Sarah Burton, and this is her debut show. So everyone was kind of waiting for her. They're like, "Yo, what the fuck is gonna happen?" And she killed
Her
the shit, bro.
Look at that. That it's like
In Women's Month too.
Yeah, explain some of these fits for our listeners.
So the one on the left, her name is Alex. She's actually a trans woman model, and she won Model of the Year. So that was kind of and everyone was giving her shit. Yeah, give her props for Women's History Month. And what's so dope about that because she was getting hella shit. And they were like, "Why is she winning it?" But no,
of course,
bro. Every time she's walked hella shows, she kills it every fucking time. But she kind of got like this gradient kind of patchwork suit. I can't even explain.
You know what
It's
it kind of
hard.
reminds me of?
Huh?
It reminds me of the Soho tracksuit.
It really.
It reminds me of the Soho
Low-key, like
Studios
the
tracksuit.
pattern and shit.
Yeah,
that's
with the-
hard.
with, like, the
gray
pattern
and
and
the
black.
gray color.
When we gonna see Soho Studios in one of these shows, man? You see the shirt,
Yeah,
right?
you see the
You
shirt.
see the shirt? That's the Freedom Tee, bro. It's gonna happen real soon.
Yeah.
Comment
That's
if you
just
want us to
gonna hit.
switch up what's on the hanger next time.
Yeah.
I'll show y'all more dope shit. But the middle is crazy. It's like a leather bomber, but like how it's like matched to her waist.
It's also like a
crazy.
corset almost.
Yeah, and it goes
Yeah.
into like a dress
Yeah.
at the same time. That's hard.
Yeah, and then the third fit, I don't know if y'all can see it really like well.
jewels?
It's like jewels just attached to her body. Like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
With like some like normal like kind of like baggy pants.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pants are nice. Going to the next
That'd
set.
be super nice.
Now this.
Damn.
I showed y'all
that
this
boy
yesterday.
killed that shit. Killed that shit.
This is a brand D squared. On the left, same model Alex. Bro, that fit is.
We watched
like-
the walk that Alex did.
That's like a Game of
Killed that
Thrones
shit.
fit.
It is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all peep kind of how like the leather pants kind of go to the side.
Yeah. That fit is crazy.
That middle fit is. Have y'all seen like those cowboy pants where they'll have like the regular
shit on
dinner,
the
but the
big
leather,
ass-
yeah,
Yeah,
but the
with
leather
the
will be
fucking,
attached
like,
to top of it.
pockets.
Yeah. So in the middle, that's a regular like coated denim on like the first layer, and then it's another like coated like shorts layer on like attached.
Yeah, I'm about to say it looks like there's like shorts hanging off like,
Yeah.
the pants.
But it gave me
all
like
of it.
that Western cowboy type feel.
Yeah, all of it really.
Yeah,
was like a lot.
this
of
whole
Western
show was
cowboy.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on to the third one, the fucking goat. The fucking star of the show.
If you
She
saw
walked
how
off-
she walked out that
She
motherfucker.
came up out what that like armored vehicle.
I'm
pulled up,
explaining.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
To
What,
start
that
off
was
the show.
the armored vehicle.
Yeah.
I seen that. Damn.
She started off the show getting out of an armored vehicle. She ran in heels
in the
Yeah.
heel.
and then did a walk and killed that shit.
What was it called?
a
You remember?
star.
You remember in GTA 4 that like when you got like 6 stars and the
APC
APC would
Yeah.
drive in with it. That's what
Yeah.
she hopped
That's
out
what
of.
she did.
and then
Like,
ran
and
in
killed
heels.
that shit. And the way she
That's
walked, it was just with
crazy.
that walk was like you looked at her and you forgot she was a rapper. All you could think about was this woman's truly a fucking star.
A superstar.
That's
She's been
all what you could
prepared
think
for
about.
this moment. Like this last year that she's had,
Oh,
it feels
she-
like she's been prepared for this
No,
her
she's
entire
prepared.
life.
And that's we can really get into this shit on the legendary Doechii run, bro.
I was
Yeah.
about to say some nut ass shit. Because you was like, all you could think about was like, she's just a star. I was about to say some nut. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Don't you? We love it.
I
was
don't
about to
even
say
like my
nut
mind's
ass.
kind of like trying to think of what he's trying to say. I don't even want to know.
My girl was about to
Yeah.
fry me when I got home. I was about to say
But
crazy.
for the audience who doesn't know who Doechii is a new upcoming rapper
Yeah.
that just popped out this year. She's been going crazy.
Won the
Yep,
Grammy.
She just,
yes, sir.
she
Yeah,
just won
just won a
Grammy for
Grammy.
best rap album. Alligator Bites Never Heal.
Yeah.
Love that fucking album.
Insane. And the main thing people have been talking about with Doechii is her outfit run, because I'm not gonna lie. Prior to Fashion Week, is because I'm gonna cover that, but she's been dressing all around like
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like how last podcast I was telling y'all with like to reinvent yourself as an artist, style is the number one thing. And if you can hit that, everyone will love you. And Doechii hit it on the head.
That yellow
I
dress
like-
at the
Yeah,
just about to say
what's
that.
it called, the Le Louvre?
Yeah, it was
something
like a dinner.
that. It's some place and bro, it's a damn shame that I took French for 3 years and I can't say the fucking place.
Look, bro, and the crazy thing was he would learn French and thought he was better than everyone. You can't even recite this shit. That's the fucking-
I can really deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, nigga, you ain't never seen a nigga like that.
Let's talk about
But I like,
Okay,
I like
let's
that
talk
yellow
about the
dress.
dress
into
on
it,
the
yeah.
left.
So these 3 outfits are what?
Nah.
These 3 outfits are from this recent Paris Fashion Week, and from the
Damn, these
left,
are all from
this is all Paris Fashion Week, and this is all. I'm gonna be honest, this is fresh as shit. This was this week.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So the fit on the left, that is a Schiaparelli fit. Another one,
Damn.
hard
Love
as
you.
hell. Yes,
It has like
Looks good as
like a
fuck.
white
I like that.
dress with
Kinda like a
that
white-
black corset
yeah,
again.
coming
Yeah, I
down
like
with the
that
corset
corset.
coming
That's
up,
hard.
and still has like that white top layer. Jewelry killed it.
Yeah. Hair killed
middle
it.
Hair killed.
killed it.
That's what I'm looking at. Them earrings is
Crazy.
God. And the middle was what everyone was tweaking.
that's a
on.
that's a
This
older.
is a- this
Is that dress like stiff or is it?
Yeah, it's
It's
stiff.
stuck like that? Yeah,
I could
it's so
assume it's a
cool.
hard coded. Yeah, and this is a Valentino couture fit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and she was at a dinner for this one. This was crazy. It's kind of like a yellow kind of dress, hard coded on the bottom. It's kind of like embellished in like rhinestones.
I'm about to say, is that
all types of shit.
rhinestones on that?
I can't tell if it's diamonds or straight rhinestones because there's a difference, but I can't
Gotta
tell.
be diamonds.
Yeah, but it's real hard. But next fit, Tom Ford. Killed the shit. I like how they kind of did like that bob cut. It was really cool. She got a cigarette in
The
her mouth.
Paris, like that's like a
Yeah,
very,
that's like the Paris aesthetic,
with the
yeah.
cigarette with the hair, short hair. Yeah,
Kind of got like a fur coat, but like not too big. It's kind of like mainly.
You know,
for, like,
France
the
don't
sleeves.
even like black people for real.
They really don't.
They
They really don't.
we can talk about it.
They really do not.
That's a lot of places.
But we'll get into
Nah,
that later.
There's a lot of
That's
places.
There's a
long
lot of
ass
places.
time.
But Doechii did her shit.
Yeah,
Doechii did her
Doechii
shit,
did do her
yeah.
shit.
Fucking
That so that was a Tom Ford fit. But going back into it, she's been killing it. Everyone's been going crazy over it. Hold on, kind of want to give the list of creative directors for the
Yeah.
brand.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say one thing that I fuck with about Doechii as well is that I feel like she's like part of a new generation of star that is like very accessible. She just casually be on TikTok talking.
Yeah,
or
she
whatever.
Casually.
She's a yeah.
every
She
day
posts
type shit.
hella very often. They just had that song Anxiety that she did a while ago. Everyone was like, you have to drop that. And she was like, y'all want me to drop it? And she just like dropped it. So like
Yeah, completely.
she's
and
very
one thing I
active.
want to correlate Doechii with the fashion world, but I kind of want to get to her first. Doechii is the main example, and you hear a lot of people kind of like getting on women artists and they don't give them their props. Doechii is one of those examples to show that this art world is really like going up because it
Yeah.
was stagnant for a very long time. Y'all
Yeah.
saw the rap game, y'all saw the art world in general
Yeah.
just stagnant.
And-
Exactly.
And I will say that like for a while I noticed a lot of people who are like really up on hip hop have been saying that like women rappers as of recently have been like a lot less boring
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
killing
than
that
like
shit.
the men rappers even.
hell yeah.
And Doechii then blew up. Like yeah, you can see that it's different. There are people actually making strides in this art shit like
Yeah,
as opposed
completely.
to just like making that music.
You know what I will say, and rappers beef too, but you know what I will say I want to see more of though? I want to see more community within the women rappers. I feel like they
Yeah.
always fucking beefing.
always
Always
beefing.
beefing. Like I think that's the one thing I be hating. It's like
We
the
did see
shit
with Ice
ISIS
Spice,
just
yeah.
or ice I said ISIS. I called her by her government.
Crazy.
That's her.
Yeah,
that's her name. I
ISIS.
did not know that was her
Yeah.
name.
what the fuck?
You thought I just said ISIS?
Yeah, I thought
But nah, the shit Ice Spice just said about Doechii, or like I don't.
It was
think she
like
just
10
said, but it
months
was like
ago.
an old it was like an old tweet she said about Doechii or some shit like that. It's like bro, like
It's like
Yeah,
there's no need
for those of y'all who
And
don't
when
know.
mind you, that was
bro.
just colors like a motherfucker.
Yeah, for
Like,
those of y'all who don't know, she had said something like what her friend leaked some text where she was like, "Oh, Doechii's
She's
like
like
the chosen
Yeah.
dark
It's like,
skin,"
yeah,
or
those
something
are
like
dark
that.
skin, which is like,
What
why
is
are you
the
saying
purpose?
that? And like
Uh-huh.
the fact that is
Jealousy,
like,
that's
if
what
you
it
have
is.
community, you can push the art one, you can push the standard to where it's not stagnant anymore. And the main, I knew
Especially
she.
look where Ice Spice comes from. Like she comes from the Bronx.
Yeah,
Like,
but also-
whether we
yeah.
like to say it or not, like it's a very
And-
rich, like culturally rich place.
And it's funny to see like that comment because you see like the artistic difference between a Doechii and an
and
Ice
Ice
Spice.
Spice.
Right.
And
It's like that.
projection was because you not the shit for real. But please come on our pod.
It's like McDonald's music versus like 5-star gourmet.
It's
music.
like
No, literally.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna diss
You
my
stood in a market and said, I,
it's like Drake.
you said it's like Drake.
I said I'm not even gonna diss my goat.
Nigga, the colors the CN Tower. Don't disrespect my shit. But going back into it and kind of connecting it to fashion, I knew Doechii was the shit when she had this live performance and she had her backup dancers and they were and all the braids were connected and like her whole theme of that album was like damn near like a Lacoste aesthetic. And
Yeah,
going
the
into that
alligator.
is like the fact that they innovated like completely like, because you remember Lacoste was like just a tennis brand. Like they were kind of just doing like normal shit. Now it's like high fashion. Everyone's going crazy about it. And I'm seeing in the fashion world, everything is kind of upping and it's like innovating, and it's really nice to see.
That's really nice to see. And I guess you could say that like Doechii on her run is kind of like Doechii going to the moon right now.
Yeah.
Literally.
Something that is never going to go to the moon, and who we don't fuck with is Doge. Similar name, different thing.
Different fucking thing. Oh my goodness, man.
So what's the head of Doge been up to recently?
Bro, if
Elon
I was,
had
if
the
I
worst
was
week, right?
Elon, I'm ending it. I swear to God, bro. Let's go through his.
I'm gonna slap
his
one
week.
of my Roman numeral kids, nigga.
My fucking-
Yo, slapping his kids is crazy.
one of my Roman numeral kids.
Let's talk about the week Elon's had.
Doge shit.
Hey, this nigga crazy.
Yeah.
So
Elon Cook.
his week, man. We'll make anybody
love
end it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We
bro.
love an Elon
So,
downfall.
let's just go through the run through, right? In France, somebody burnt down a dealership. 12 Tesla cars gone.
The whole
The
dealership?
entire-
Like I think it was part of the dealership got burnt down. It was like 700,000 worth of damage.
Damn.
700,000 in Teslas out of there. Cooked.
Cheap
That
ass
was-
car.
Ass battery.
I'm thinking it was going to be like millions.
I seen a
700K.
TikTok the other day. It was some dude. He be like breaking shit or whatever, but he like slammed the back door of the Cybertruck one time. The fucking interior panel came off inside
Came
the door.
off.
He opened it again. It
Cybertruck?
ripped the whole like interior
Yes,
panel off.
Cybertruck.
insane.
Like I
Yeah.
think one of them did a test. I think they were pulling. It was like a Cybertruck versus I think a Ford Raptor or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for the entire fucking. It's
Pulled the
because it
whole
has an
shit off.
aluminum. It has an aluminum frame. I'm gonna sneeze. It has an aluminum frame, and it obviously the other cars like F-150s, all that shit, they have steel frames.
Yeah.
So that shit's like horribly weak. And they
Fucking
said,
weak as hell.
and they said I forgot on my chemistry shit. You know what I mean? They said cause of the molecular schedule,
The molecular
of the
schedule.
aluminum, they were saying that like the tension, like when you pull on it, it doesn't like go back to how it usually is. So it just
Yeah.
gets worse and worse and worse.
It
So
deforms
they said
over
like in the
time.
next like few years, we'll probably see a lot of those bumpers that you was like throwing shit. It'll just start breaking like randomly.
Damn.
Because
That's
it's getting
crazy.
worse and worse. Yeah, 'cause
That's the second straight
aluminum.
episode we've had a molecular schedule.
Molecular schedule.
Intellectual and shit.
And then I'd seen another thing where
Nah, I
this
saw this shit on
dude's
TikTok.
rim, his Cybertruck rim, was like cracked. Like the whole middle of it was just like cracked out. So
Yeah.
it looked like a damn donut.
Mind
Shit was
you,
crazy. as
what is
hell.
Elon doing? He just in White House fucking
Booing.
sales promo and his
Salesman.
Oh
and-
my
So then
God.
on Sunday,
Mhm.
4 Cybertrucks burned down.
Oh.
In a
burned
lot.
that.
In
What,
Seattle.
red? Oh.
Oh, like
They-
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 oh.
I heard Seattle. I'm like, ah.
Oh, yeah, he got him out of there.
Somebody bullshitting.
Yeah, they don't know if it was
Holy
they don't know
shit.
if it was connected to somebody. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the France.
I forgot because the problem is
That's
Tesla.
Seattle.
Yeah, I forgot because the problem is Teslas are electric, and when that battery goes up, there's nothing. Firefighters
took.
can't even put that bitch out.
Hell
like
no, they
you
let
just gotta,
that
you just gotta
burn
wait.
You gotta let it burn,
Yeah.
dog, because it's like that dangerous. It burns that
on
hot.
some lithium shit.
Yeah, on some like
Yeah,
lithium
yeah,
shit. Yeah,
like-
yeah.
I'm really 3 for 3 on the
Hey,
side. I ain't gonna lie.
design
My
and
chemistry
shit.
teacher sophomore year, fuck you. Yeah, he gave me a bad grade and shit. Like I don't do this shit.
Were you paid attention in class?
Hell no. Like, I was sleeping, pulling up late. All type
Yeah,
of
look
That
at
shit look like a Call of Duty
Holy
map.
shit.
For real.
It's a
and it was
picture of a-
specifically-
like trash game.
and it was specifically the Cybertrucks too. You see all the Teslas in the back.
Yeah, that's it. Why? So why are we hitting Cybertrucks?
I have no clue.
Exclusive.
Maybe that's
they're
just the-
saying that it might be something with the electrical shit that happened with the car. They're not sure if it was connected to somebody or not.
Oh, so
Damn.
they just burned out. We have no idea what
Fucking
happened.
burned in the
Oh.
middle of the nighttime. This shit just burned down. Mm-hmm.
God damn. Start of your week.
So then Sunday, right? Burnt down.
Yeah.
Monday morning.
Oh my fucking God, get this nigga
Oh,
break.
I time.
Monday morning at 5:13 a.m. X goes down. Twitter goes down.
Damn. He's had a.
They figure out, oh, okay, there might be something wrong with the little, with the
Database.
servers or
Yeah,
database
servers
type
or
shit.
whatever.
They get it back on, and then at 9:30 a.m. it goes back down again. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck. They don't know what to do.
You know that meme where the nigga standing up against the wires and shit? He like got his back. That one nigga just standing there. I gotta show you that shit. I'm gonna show you it.
They reboot the shit. The shit goes back down at 11:38.
Oh my fucking God.
He's like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Mind you, I was gonna say, mind you, Elon dumb as shit. So he
don't know.
probably,
Elon, no. He like
His hand in
the
the desk
team got to
and
figure
shit.
it out.
Yeah,
The team that he
God.
fired.
Right.
So
the
now you're
team that he
old.
fucking got rid of and shit. So this nigga gets on an interview and he's like, oh, the IP address came from a Ukrainian IP. I'm like,
Oh.
is that
first of all,
that valid?
Nobody knows if it's
He's
valid.
just saying shit.
Source,
of all-
I made it the fuck up.
Off the top of the dome,
God.
too, nigga.
Ukraine. Might be Ukraine, I guess. For the people that don't know what a VPN is, let's just say if I were to hypothetically attack the Twitter servers or some shit, and I don't
He
want
did
to
not do it.
I didn't.
Allegedly. Wait, no one alleged.
If I were to do it.
Let's just say if I were to do that, right, and I don't want to, and I don't want people to know where my location is, I can turn on a VPN and set my location to wherever the fuck I want it to. So the nigga could probably just turn the shit and put it to like fucking Ukraine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that in itself is problematic because now it's making it seem like just like what we were talking about last
With
episode.
Zelensky and
Yeah.
shit. It's making it
Yeah.
now you're
Yeah.
just putting a target on their back.
You want to know what the
Yeah.
narrative is going to be?
Narrative.
That like they came to the White House and then he was
They-
like,
they
"No,
got
y'all
the-
can't get the funding." And then in response,
Exactly.
they cyber attacked.
Exactly.
Yeah,
X.
and the people that don't know what a VPN is or just
Yes.
pay attention to only what Elon and Trump say, they they
Yeah.
took down
Yes.
Twitter and shit.
Ukraine in
So
the
it's
middle
like-
of getting bombed at a nigga on the computer.
Right. Let
Attacking
me go
Twitter.
ahead and attack X right quick while fucking mortars trying to hit me. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
yeah. Doesn't make sense at all.
Absolutely.
So what else happened with Elon this week?
So
That was like the VPN shit happened.
the VPN happened. The nigga, they got a DDoS attack or whatever, and then
Oh my
We
God.
can't just skip
the
past
whole
that.
no, that's what it was. It was a DDoS attack on their IP address or whatever, and then here goes fucking Trump.
Oh,
Bro.
what was it? The other? Was it yesterday?
Bro, this nigga, I think it was yesterday. This nigga had a whole statement about it. I'm gonna try to read it in his voice. To Republicans, conservatives, and all great Americans, Elon Musk is putting it on the line in order.
Nigga sucking dick.
Right.
On the line.
Meat munching, bro. He's talking about he's helping our nation. He's doing a fantastic job, but the radical left lunatics, as they often do, are trying to illegally. Bro, he says we're trying to illegally boycott. How do you illegally boycott?
I just want illegally boycott.
I forgot that statute where you say you can't boycott Tesla in
Boycott,
particular.
Nigga, what? Nigga, your shit blowing up. What? Like,
What you want
I can't
me to
even
do?
touch your car.
He do all this weird shit, bro. It's a whole bunch of Trump supporters coming out. Damn, I kind of regret my vote because Doge done cut my shit. Can't
Yeah.
fucking eat and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
And it's like, bro, we don't want to buy your Teslas because they're shitty.
Didn't like
But it's
Tesla get
illegal.
sued for like racial discrimination? You talking about
They
fucking?
probably.
You
don't
talking?
know.
I think they did in California. You talking about fucking illegally boycotting? You can
Yeah,
figure
bro.
your shit out, bro.
Elon, not only has Elon had a bad week in all of those areas.
And then this nigga turns into a fucking car salesman at the White House.
Oh yeah.
Bro, tell
Trump
me
then
about
turns
that.
into a fucking car salesman.
Yeah.
What happened about that, bro?
This nigga, bro, what did he pull up with? Like
It
five
was like
or
a
six
red
Teslas?
Tesla.
I remember
saw
seeing the red
Tesla.
Tesla.
Nigga said,
Yeah.
on the screen. It's
The screen, I don't know how to operate this the technology. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Like a fucking toddler with a Hot Wheel. I can't. He did the other
Bro.
shit like years ago when he was in the garbage truck too. Remember they put the hat on him. He said in the garbage truck like he's
I'm
fucking.
convinced
five.
Trump has never drove a vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
Have y'all
I
seen him in
almost
them
fuck-
golf
bro.
carts?
Yeah.
No.
I almost forgot.
Oh, the
One of the reasons why I fucking despise this nigga Elon Musk and all his Tesla shit and the Doge shit, bro.
that community.
Y'all remember my account got hacked.
Oh
that.
yeah, nigga.
These niggas had the audacity. So let me tell you how it happened. This is exactly how I knew what happened. So my girl was in the hospital, right? I'm over there chilling. I think she was going through surgery. I get an email from GoPro. I'm like, oh shit. The fuck? Why is GoPro sending me an email? So I look it up or whatever. I'm going through it. It's like a contract for like a promo type shit. He offered me like 4,000 or 5,000 for it. I'm like, okay.
Oh shit.
Cool, let me sign up for this shit. They said, oh, click this link to like
no.
Immediate. Cool. You knew you were fucked from that link.
But here's the thing. They had a link to like a promo trailer to like basically show me like how they wanted it to be done. And I guess that link was a Fisher link. Damn. Fucked my whole shit up. Damn. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, let me, try to do this here. And then it said, oh, I gotta use DocuSign to like sign this document.
Oh, that looks official as
I would believe that shit too.
So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to open it. It's like blurry. I'm like, I gotta go home. So I think my mom was there. Mom was there and her mom was there. So I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the crib to like sign this document. I get there, trying to open the file, not opening. I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
What's going on?
Nigga, I get a text from Google. Your account has been changed. Your password has been changed. Wait a minute, bro.
Yo.
I hit my bro. I go to YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm signed out. Wait a minute, what's going on? I go to my email, signed out. I'm like, yo, if we can pull up the picture of how my account looked, right?
I have to tell my
I remember seeing this live happening.
It pissed, bro. You don't understand. It's like a nigga coming through your shit and just ripping like everything from you. It was so fucking terrible.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Well,
right
there it is.
Yep.
Go back. Yep.
Bro,
If you take
bro, let me tell you bro.
Let me tell you something,
bro.
I'm on my
You
phone.
can see, right? The nigga went live on my shit. How? It blew my fucking mind. He changed my profile picture to the Doge symbol. Changed my
Nigga,
banner
I was
to
saying, he
Doge.
changed your banner, your
Left my
profile
name
picture.
though. Abee left
he left
and
the
like-
name.
Yeah.
Bro,
And the
It's just
nigga went live with Elon's face on the fucking cover, bro.
Talking about Doge breaking event.
I'm on
live
my
streaming.
phone. I'm on my phone, bro. I get a notification that AB's live. I'm like, oh shit, you like streaming GTA or nothing. I go in there, I see this white man looking at me. You want Doge? Huh? This is an AB.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I get a whole bunch of messages, bro. You're hacked. You gotta check your shit. I'm like, I'm actively trying to get this shit back. So then I think I hit YouTube up on Twitter. And that's how I got my shit.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah,
that's how you
they're
do
very
it.
responsive.
Yeah,
they're
they're
very
very
responsive on
responsive.
Twitter.
That shit was crazy. Bro.
Yeah, shout out
After
YouTube.
that, I'm like, I'm never buying Doge. Anything with Doge, you can.
Yeah, it's
block
really
that
fucked,
shit, bro.
bro. Look at this. Yeah,
I was so worried you
bullshit.
weren't gonna get it back.
Take their whole
Yeah,
like,
me
shit
too. I was
away.
worried this nigga wasn't gonna get it back.
Yeah,
They did that shit twice actually, and I got it
Yeah.
back.
but at least everyone gets they comeuppance in the end because I hear Elon Musk has lost a fuck ton of money this week as well.
bro.
On top of all the bullshit,
How much money that nigga lose, bro?
a lot.
Everybody.
How much
done
money
lost.
you lose?
Nigga,
Everybody lost.
nigga.
Everybody done lost money, bro. Stock market, right? It didn't crash, right?
Yeah.
But the stock market had
will, might.
significant, huh?
We
I
in
say
the
it
red.
might.
I like how you said that. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
God.
Stock market, yeah, this is
That's
the
a
picture.
nightmare.
Stock market has had significant fucking decline, right?
Uh-huh.
So significant that it was a trend on Twitter to be like fucking hashtag recession. What was it?
It was
recession
like
coming or
yeah,
some shit?
recession like
Signs of a recession.
Yeah, signs of a recession.
Signs
What
of
were
a
the
fucking
signs of
recession.
it?
Bro, they was like you in the club, you sharing a bottle with a nigga. Signs of a recession.
You sharing the AirPod.
They was like you sharing the AirPod with your homie. Signs of a recession. Like
you say you seen something that was handing out eggs on the to
Bro,
homeless
there
people
was
instead
a
of
fucking-
bread.
There was a video. This nigga was passing out eggs instead of money, bro.
Yeah.
You know how niggas be shooting dice? They had cartons of eggs. And shit.
They was shooting dice for eggs.
Nigga, it's
Bro,
bad. Let me give
funny
y'all
as hell.
some of the logistics and shit, right? So one, right, obviously, well, it's actually today, new tariffs just went in.
Oh
right?
fuck! Yeah.
New
Bro.
tariffs just went
Again.
in. Yeah.
Third goddamn time we've done this.
You
shit.
know what I heard though? I heard that Trump like he tried to roll back the tariffs and then Canada was like, "Fuck no,
So this,
nigga, you're cooked."
No. So this is what happened. So this is what happened. Apparently, well, this is what happened. Monday and Tuesday was like some of the worst days for the stock market, like this year. We lost like, I believe it's damn near like almost at 5 trillion, like overall. But I know one day we lost like 1.75. I know another day we lost like 1.5. Like it's like,
Good God.
yeah. In the stock market, Elon alone, his business dropped, and I think it dropped like 50. Let me think, or let me see, because I don't want to fuck it up. It might have dropped like 15%.
No, I think it was like his sales were fucked up in
I know.
Germany.
Yeah, no. His sales fucked up everywhere. All the European. There's hella European companies and businesses that are not buying Tesla, that are not buying
Canada.
U.S. brands, that
Canada
are not
just
buying
did
alcohol.
their-
Like hella people. Yeah,
We're
Canada is boycotting. Like hella people are like, fuck y'all niggas. Since you know what I'm saying, it's fuck y'all.
Yeah, because they think that because diplomacy apparently means we just gonna keep threatening y'all to make your like companies in your country pay a bunch of bread for this items, and you think that's just gonna maintain a good relationship.
So not only did the stock market drop, right, but the thing you're talking about, Trump, he put a 25% tax on steel and aluminum, right, coming out of. Actually, no, I don't even think it was just solely Canada, but I think.
All steel and aluminum.
Yeah, I think it was just all steel and aluminum imports. But like Canada obviously is our biggest import. So like they was like, all right, fuck you, retaliatory 25% on your shit too, right? Oh, and then they threatened to. Then I think the prime minister threatened to. He
said, Americans,
be like, yeah,
I don't want to do this.
He was like, no, let me tell you. He was like, oh, I'm gonna tax y'all electricity, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that shit off.
That pissed Trump off. So instead of being a normal human, be like, all right, bro, like. I'm angry, you angry, let's figure this shit out. No, Trump comes out Tuesday morning and is like, nigga, I'm gonna drop another 25 on your fucking head.
Bro.
Yeah, which sends the market down even fucking more, and that's what this was.
I was literally about to ask you, why is it like that?
Yeah, because after that, then it drops even fucking more.
Yeah, because no, think about it. If you do an additional 25% on
50% fucking
on what? On steel and aluminum? Nigga, you said wait. We're confused as to why Elon stocks going down. He builds fucking cars.
Yeah.
His shit is aluminum. SpaceX too. We need that shit.
His prime minister, that nigga came. He said, "Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm about to cut this shit off."
I'm pretty sure Elon lost. I think Elon lost like his like Tesla lost like $124 billion.
Jesus.
Mind you, he still has over 300 billion. The fuck.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he lost like hella money. Trump ended up not doing those fucking the additional 25% tariff because then Canada was like, all right, nigga. All right, nigga. And then Trump was like, all right, so it's still 25. They have a meeting on Thursday, I guess, to figure some shit out. Either way, market is red. People are now predicting, which is so funny because investment, right? And we're not gonna get too into it. I'm not your fucking daddy or financial advisor, but people on investment like TikTok, people on finance, YouTube, everything, right? What they call them, the finance bros.
The finance bros and shit. Good God.
Bro, everybody everybody is by the dip. Except that's what it was.
Buy the dip, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you. It was buy the dip and shit like that, like Monday. Nigga, Wednesday, I done seen straight like
If you look at this and you want to buy the dip,
I've seen so many finance YouTubers being like, oh, like we're headed towards a recession, bear market, etc. And obviously we're not there yet, but it's looking fucking bad. It's looking and obviously there's no Trump's giving no indication on when he's gonna stop this shit, right?
Yeah.
Right.
For instance, the nigga came on Truth or whatever and was like, you know, all of this shit can go away if Canada just became the 51st state. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna do
like,
that.
My nigga, what?
Yeah. Buy the dip while you wait for Canada to fucking sign its rights away.
All right, bro. And that's the thing, right? And that's the thing, right? Buying the dip is usually right. And I was investing when I was heavily into like investing in finance when I was like 17, 18, right? I fell off because I went broke. But realistically, bro, buying the dip is not a bad thing to say, right? Realistically, bro, stocks are long-term investments. So you buy low and then you let that bitch rock, right? The issue is
you have to have the capital to allow yourself to let that shit rock. You're
This
down
ain't
to your
gonna
last
give you no goddamn
dime.
capital.
I was gonna say the issue is not only do you have to have the capital, two, you can't treat it like gambling. It's not fucking gambling, and that's where those lines get blurred, especially in this climate of investing, right? Quick. You have exactly right. 2020 did horrible things to investing in a sense of like these kids are like not even kids, but Gen Z and even like the millennials. I remember like I had this one dude. He was my shout out my nigga Matt. He would text me. He'd be like, yo, I got this penny stock. Da 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 da.
I remember.
He made me like 3 bands like at the start of 2020. Bro, I kept investing with that nigga. All that shit left, bro. Because because that's the thing. Like, oh, just pump it up. Da, 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 da. No, bro, that's not stocks, bro. It's not fucking gambling, right? So not only is that an issue, but also, right, there's no like tunnel, like we're at the start of the fucking tunnel. In this
yeah.
right? This nigga Trump it has no inkling of being like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna slow down with this shit. No, he's like, yeah, we're gonna keep it.
It's unpredictable.
So buying the dip at this point, it's like, not only is it that like that gambling thing of like,
gonna dip
that was gonna say,
Yeah.
not only is it that gambling thing, is I could buy it now at 30, or I could buy it at 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also it's like, nigga, or like you're gonna buy it and you're gonna keep buying it and you're gonna keep buying it and fuck. And then, yeah, I mean, it's like, shit, now everyone's
Gonna buy it at 30.
so
Gonna hit
2008.
20. Damn, I guess I should put some more in.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just buy the stock again.
I guess I just bought
buy the
it
stock
again.
again.
So
So crazy about this shit is like you kind of see the Trump supporters, and like we've seen in all of our comments where they'll talk about, well, just the tariffs, they're gonna benefit you later, you're gonna suffer now. But it's not only
he
the
said that
tariffs.
himself too.
Yeah, and it's not only the tariffs that like we're suffering from now. It's like all of his like, what do you mean?
did
you're
you see
putting
how
an
we-
extra 25% because you felt a type of way?
Do you see how they've backflipped completely on this? Where you said Trump's press secretary came out and was like, "Yeah, so we inherited a crashed economy from Biden, and we got to recover."
What are we
The
talking
fuck are we
about?
talking about?
What?
Like,
What? You've been
We
since
didn't
you
inherit that
stepped.
shit.
since
You fucked it up.
I feel like every time these niggas take a step, oh shit, we not supposed to do that. It was Biden and them.
And the thing is,
Hold
I
on.
get in
another tariff. Wait,
actually, you want to know what it is that like they've kind of given up the game. I've said for the longest time that like the Republicans gave up on having coherent policy positions or like talking points like years ago at this point. It used to be like because the market was just a fluctuating thing from president to president. Most presidents can just get away with being like, it crashed under the last guy and then we fixed it or whatever. When Trump comes in, and it's like, oh, he's just continuing the Obama trends. And then the market fucking crashes because of COVID. And you're like, it was only because of COVID. You know, if that didn't happen, it was going to be good. Then we have 4 years without him. Market comes back. Then he comes back in, and now it's bullshit again. All right, bro. We're not hearing it was the last guy, man. Because the last guy before the last guy was you. And the same thing happened.
Exactly.
mind you, when Trump got elected, right, the market like saw I think
was
one of
good
its
as fuck.
biggest
Yeah,
days,
because
like,
you're
obviously-
finna cut these taxes. All the rich people are going to get that shit.
December was like great. January, fuck. Like, yeah, immediately, like everything's been in the red.
You know it's bad when we're memeing eggs, my nigga.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you mean people are rolling dice for eggs.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this is bad. We're in the dark
And
time.
the real shit is,
Come on, let
bro,
me hit this 7 right quick.
and the real shit is, bro, like as bad as the stock market like is and his policy and everything, that's not even the worst Trump thing that has happened this
week
bro.
to yesterday, like days ago, because we'll talk about the stock market and everything. That's one side of bullshit. A lot of people aren't involved in it. Stock market is not representative of your average American or XYZ. You ever been scooped up off like a campus or out your crib because you said some shit?
No.
No, that unfortunately just happened. This nigga, my homie Mahmoud Khalil, because they need to figure out what the fuck's going on,
bro.
Before I get into this, this is probably the most overt act of fascism that we've seen, like from this administration, from the last time Trump was president, from like any presidential administration. I'm willing to bet.
You're telling me that he spoke
Yes.
and
So
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, for those guys who don't know at home, so Mahmoud Khalil, he was born as a Palestinian refugee in Syria. He grew up in Syria. He got his bachelor's degrees in computer science from Lebanese American University and everything. Before he was one of the top like leaders at Columbia University in New York when it came to like the anti-war protests when the war between Israel and Palestine like kicked up again in 2023. So before he got to Columbia, he had multiple roles in international development. He was on the United Kingdom's Foreign, Commonwealth, and Development Office, which means that he's been involved in like geopolitics, like worldwide international stuff. I believe
He knows what the fuck he's talking.
Yeah, he was studying. I think he just completed his master's in December at Columbia for public. It was for international and public affairs. So he is really
knows-
like
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I knew a bunch of people when I was going to school at my college who went to. I remember some of them got to go to like a mock UN trial like in New York because those are the people who study like international affairs and everything. He's been like that. So and he's Palestinian by heritage. So when Hamas attacked Israel, he began like speaking out about it because he's like, yo, especially
That's
as like
literally like part of him.
Yeah, especially as the war crimes and everything. That's Mahmoud, by the way. Especially as the war crimes and everything that were happening in the area started intensifying, he was coming out and trying to be in support of Palestinian rights because these people are getting bombed. The amount of tragedies and stuff that has happened in that entire region and to the Palestinian people, because in this country we never actually have to have that conversation, was devastating. And I can understand anybody who want to speak out about it. So basically what ends up happening, he was here on a school visa at first, right? And he chose not to participate directly in the student encampments because basically when all the college protests were happening across the country, I don't know if you guys saw it, there were people setting up encampments on their campus, sleeping outside, trying to protest the war and trying to get Colombia. He was trying to get Colombia to divest from its investments in Israel. So that he was one of the lead negotiators with that. He specifically chose not to participate directly in the student encampments because he didn't want to risk the university revoking his student visa.
Right.
So he didn't do that. He mainly negotiated. He gave speeches. He did all this stuff, right? He was one of the students selected to lead the discussions with university administration when it came to divesting from Israel and everything. He's obviously smart, and this is the shit that he studies, and he's Palestinian, right?
Right.
So the reason why I'm telling you all this backstory is because I'm trying to find where he did something threatening, where he did something outlandish. When I was reading up on him, because I didn't know too much about him before researching this, I'm trying to find where he did some nut shit, right? There was a demonstration at Hamilton Hall, which is a building on that campus or whatever. It was after the university failed to meet its deadline to divest from Israel or whatever. A bunch of the students barricaded themselves in that building, Hamilton Hall, and then they got, the cops came in and they pulled people out or whatever. Then after that, the next day, the school suspends Mahmoud. And then literally
there?
Yeah, I don't know. From my research, I don't know if he was directly protesting with them or if not. But judging based off the fact that he didn't want to do the encampments thing, I don't think he would also lock himself in the building. But regardless of what he did, they suspended him. And then the next day, he talked to the BBC because they interviewed him and they decided to overrule the suspension. And
so he's straight.
So mind you, right? The reason why this is a very important part of this story. Because when we're looking at things he could have done that could be criminal or warrant deportation, which we'll go to it's really weird that even the university couldn't suspend him, right? So you wouldn't think that if you did some shit at your school and the university couldn't even suspend you for it, then how legally would that be trouble where you could face deportation for it, right? So he talked to them. The university apparently told him that after reviewing the evidence, they don't have any evidence to suspend him. So that's why they reinstated it. And he was good. And then he finished up his master's program in December. He, and this is another important part. Because during this protest, right, there were people in the broader movement who did say some anti-Semitic things, some anti-Jewish things or whatever. And because he was one of the leaders of the movement, he specifically, even though he's repeatedly come out and he's condemned anti-Semitism. He literally got interviewed by CNN. He was getting interviewed a lot during this time. And he says, as a Palestinian student, I believe that the liberation of the Palestinian people and the Jewish people are intertwined and go hand by hand, and you cannot achieve one without the other.
And I think that's, and I, not to cut you off completely, but I think that's valid, right? Yeah, you're the leader of it, especially because we know if it was a black person, if it was
exactly.
okay, they would have did the same shit.
Yeah, and he got interviewed at multiple occasions.
White people, but
he got interviewed again, and he was talking about how this movement has no place for anti-Semitism. We see all the because again, that's an undeniable thing that some people were wilding, but that's
what a leader does, though.
That's the case with every fucking social justice movement ever. No one's going to be
nobody's
going
to be
exactly. So your role as a leader, the only thing you can do is make sure you're not standing for that, and make sure you tell other people not to. And he's advocating for both, for good outcomes for both the Palestinian people and the Jewish people, because no one likes to see what the fuck's been happening. Yeah. So what happened, right? He got married. I don't remember when he got married, but he got married to a U.S. citizen, and he got a green card, meaning he's a legal U.S. permanent resident until he gets his fully nationalized as a citizen. His wife currently is 8 months pregnant, right? Saturday night, he is at his apartment in Columbia University, and he gets detained by ICE agents. They walk up in his shit. They arrest him.
For
his lawyer, Amy Greer, says that the agents who took him into custody at his home initially claimed to be acting on a State Department order to revoke his student visa, right? Because that's one thing that's like a lower bar to revoke, because it's like you could get your student visa revoked for like drunk driving. I think that happened to a student at my school because he got here. He was like a foreign exchange student. He wowed a little bit too heavy when it came to like partying and stuff. And then he was gone after that. So they probably did like something along those lines. Like that bar is a lot like less because you're only in the country to be a student.
Right.
Once you get your green card, that's like, okay, now you're on the path to like naturalization as a citizen. That bar is much higher. His lawyer says that he informed Greer informed the agents that Khalil was a permanent resident with a green card. They said, oh, they're going to revoke that instead.
Whoa.
What?
What do you mean revoke his green
You
card?
can't just revoke a fucking green card.
You came under orders to revoke the student visa,
and then you
realize he doesn't have a student visa anymore. He has a green card.
You see, now it's the green card now.
And you jump to it.
So that raises a bunch of question marks, because what the fuck was the order like that you came under then? You can't just do that.
Yeah, you can't just walk in somebody's shit.
Because that requires
valid.
Because that requires a different level like of evidence, a different burden of proof, and we'll get into that. But they say that they were just gonna revoke that anyway, right? The Attorney General or the Secretary of Homeland Security. So when we're talking about how to remove somebody with a green card, the Attorney General or the Secretary of Homeland Security has to have reason to believe that he would engage or is likely to engage in terrorist acts. And I remember the article that I was reading, I believe was from the AP. They interviewed Jacqueline Kelly Widmer, who's a law professor at Cornell Law School who teaches immigration law. So this is her field, right? She said she's never seen a case where the alleged terrorist activity happened in the U.S., and she questioned whether taking part in protests like Khalil did qualifies as that. You're telling me that...
Wait, that's what they're trying to get him on, is like terrorist activity?
They haven't provided any evidence, and they have not... I'll tell you what...
They just have the nigga to change?
Yeah. So I'll tell you what Marco Rubio said. Marco Rubio says, right? And Marco Rubio is the Secretary of State. Says revoking the visas and or green card. They're revoking the visas and or green cards of Hamas supporters in America so they can be deported. I believe we have a picture of what Trump tweeted. It says Shalom. Mind you, this is the White House tweeting this. Shalom Mahmoud after they fucking arrested him. ICE proudly apprehended and detained Mahmoud Khalil, a radical foreign pro-Hamas student on the campus of University of Columbia, or Columbia University. This is the first arrest of many to come.
Shit. It says, bro, it has the fucking dash and says President Donald J. Trump. Nigga said proudly detained a nigga that's fucking, he didn't do shit.
They have a
nigga just spoke against
They have a screenshot of him there. It says arrested, led activities aligned to Hamas.
They're trying to label this nigga as like a whole like terrorist when he didn't. He's a student.
He's a
citizen.
He's a student. He has a green card. He was peacefully protesting against the war, and he's standing up for Palestinian rights. And you're saying they're leading activities that are led to that are tied to Hamas. There's no evidence that he's ever communicated with Hamas, that he's ever had any connection with Hamas at all. He was pro-Palestinian, and to them, that's the same thing as being pro a terrorist
this shit
organization.
Doesn't scream fascism, bro. I don't.
Nigga, you gotta really deep this shit though.
The nigga got arrested for speaking.
For nothing. For literally nothing.
This nigga's sitting in
jail. Fuck what the shit is about. The nigga got arrested for speaking.
This nigga's in jail right now for no reason.
It gets worse.
Not a damn reason.
Who chat this freedom of speech shit?
Yeah, bro.
Speak the right
Elon
thing.
Musk bought X because we need to get rid of these fact checkers who are suppressing free speech and da-da-da. And we saw when he bought it, slurs usage went through the roof.
Yeah.
It's not about freedom of speech, because that's inherently a contradiction. The way you protect people's freedom of speech is you stand up against people who would suppress that freedom of speech. And if you're telling me you can't support a pro-Palestinian movement without getting arrested, that is inherently anti-freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's a direct contradiction to everything you stand for.
And you know what's wild, bro? That I really think we have to as humans, right?
Yeah.
We genuinely have to deep. Cause I seen a video the other day of a girl. She was talking about they were about to get detained in a different foreign country, and she was saying so can we not protest here unless we're like in support of Israel.
Yeah,
And they was like,
I'll get to that.
they didn't want to say it, but she's like, no. She kept asking. These niggas was like, yes, if you're protesting here, and it's not in support of Israel, we're gonna detain you.
And let me say, a spokesperson,
Are we deep in
spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security said Khalil was arrested in support of President Trump's executive orders prohibiting anti-Semitism because he led activities aligned to Hamas.
Wait, whoa.
Remember,
anti-Semitism.
Remember, first of all,
What?
executive order. Yes, he did sign an executive order preventing anti-Semitism.
What do you mean preventing?
I remember.
As if Elon Musk and Kanye wasn't on there 3 days.
on there.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Proven Kanye tweet.
Wait a
Like, he
minute.
didn't
Wait a
do
minute.
what
Wait a
he
minute.
did
Wait,
at that
whoa, whoa,
conference.
whoa.
You're
Wait,
bullshitting.
When did he
That-
sign this executive order?
I can pull it up for you. Donald Trump signed an executive order preventing or prohibiting anti-Semitism, right? I remember the talk at the time was like, are they just going to use this to say pro-Palestine equals, anti-Semitism? Elon Musk has done a Nazi salute. Elon Musk has called into a German far-right party. Kanye West has said, I'm a Nazi.
He sold the shirt with a
He sold the
swastika
shirt
on
with a
it.
swastika.
He's trying to
What
get
is-
a chain made out of that shit, bro.
What?
He's wearing
fuck?
the
What did
shirt. He's
Elon
probably wearing the
tweet?
shirt right now.
The
Elon tweet? What did Elon
the
tweet?
parody tweet. He was like,
Yeah, when he was getting
Using all the Hitler,
after
like,
he did the
yeah.
Hitler salute, people pressed him about it. He went on Twitter saying, so he basically made a corny ass joke using a bunch of Nazi like general names like Himmler and Goebbels and like all types of shit or whatever. And he's like, I did not see this coming. I mentioned this before. And the reason why I find that we keep mentioning things that have happened in prior episodes because the shit keeps building. We already talked about how wicked it was that people are just letting them slide with this anti-Semitism thing. And you're telling me that these niggas are the ones who are determining what is and is not anti-Semitism. The Nazi salute is not, but saying pro-Palestine stuff is. And you
took him
can
out
get
of his home.
arrested. Let me.
Keep in mind, his girl was 8 months pregnant.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie,
What the
bro.
That's like,
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It was January 30th. Yep. January 30th. He takes combating anti-Semitism in the United States.
January
And
30th.
since January 30th, we've seen all signs of anti-Semitism coming from the very people sitting in the White House.
This is
right
like
now.
no. I'm like
This
astounded.
gotta be
I'm
a
like-
fever dream.
No,
or
I'm
some
actually-
shit, bro.
Nigga,
Like,
no. I'm
that's
trying to
not
deep
real.
this shit that this nigga is sitting in jail right now for nothing.
for nothing.
Literally
But-
for nothing.
You
Yeah.
can't even use that reason. This nigga Ye said, "Thank you, Elon."
He did.
Yeah.
It's like
The
it's
anti-Semites are prosecuting. So they arrested him. They took him to a holding facility in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
His lawyers have been complaining that they have not had as much access to
I was gonna
him
say, please
because
tell
they
me he has
can't-
good lawyers.
His
bro.
lawyers have not are reported to have not been able to speak with him fully because they up and took him to Louisiana. So a district judge blocked the order, like deporting him, so he can like see like the immigration judge and everything, which is what you need for that. And they filed a petition to get him moved back to New York because his wife is like, I really want him to be here for the birth of our child, considering she's 8 months pregnant.
My nigga, if this nigga get deported, no, bro, I'm gonna be so real with you, bro. If this nigga gets deported, like, we need to like riot. Like, no, because I don't
Like,
think
at that
niggas is
point.
really deep in what the fuck is happening.
This
nigga has a wife, a child. He has a green card. And he's sitting in a jail right now. They're not letting the nigga speak to his fucking lawyers. And they're trying to, these niggas are trying to get him out of here as quick as possible.
Literally.
Then they're going to post about it and be like, we got this nigga out of here. No.
The Trump
There's no way you
administration-
go past that and then we talk about a basketball game the next day. No, my nigga. No, that
hell
can't
no.
fucking happen.
The Trump administration has not provided evidence for any of their alleged him being tied to Hamas. Then I looked it up and they were like, the president and the Department of Homeland Security or whatever don't necessarily need to convict him of anything to deport him. They just need to think that he's likely to involve in terrorist acts, right? I just told you earlier that he did not involve himself in fucking encampments in the safety of his own college campus because he didn't want to get his student visa removed. And you're telling me this same person is likely to engage in
connected to
terrorism?
fucking
Nigga, fuck all that. January fucking 6th rioters got fucking pardoned. What are we talking about?
The greatest threats to American national security, I remember, I think it was researched under the Biden administration or something, was white nationalists because they're committing a bunch of terrorist attacks. We've seen the shootings that were happening for years in this country, still by predominantly white people. They tried to overthrow the fucking government off of a lie that they thought that Trump won the election when no evidence points to the contrary. And 4 years later, those same people are out of jail. And then a few of them got back in. People died that day. Enrique Terrario is the fucking leader of the Proud Boys, a neo-Nazi group. He got pardoned by Donald Trump. You're talking about threat to national security. You're talking about engaging in terrorism.
What the fuck are we talking about?
That was that. What the fuck are we doing? And he got taken from his crib under orders that to be on an arrest that they didn't even have orders for because you got the fucking wrong document.
It's gonna be all right.
And you know what I need? I ain't gonna lie. And this is a call to white people. You know what I need from white people, bro? I need them to show that same support they show for what's his name? I don't want to fuck it up.
Mahmoud Khalil.
Mahmoud Khalil. I need them to show that same support for him as they did for Luigi. Because Luigi, Luigi, my nigga,
allegedly,
he killed a man.
Yeah.
He cold-blooded killed a man, right? That's a completely different step into that. And they're making t-shirts of the nigga. They're making fan fiction of the nigga. They're making so. And it's, let's be real, it's because he's a white man. I need them to step the same way with this nigga because this nigga is actually doing nothing, my nigga. And no, I'm not. There's no reason why I shouldn't have known that entire story. Yep. It's been a day and a half. Luigi shit, nigga, that's everywhere.
Yep.
No,
everywhere.
I didn't even know this story.
Yeah, I had no idea it was this deep. It's making me want to switch direction of this fucking episode right now.
That's how fucked up it is. Yeah. I found out, and I knew about the Luigi shit, of course, but you get deeper into it, even tied into fashion. They were talking about he wore Mason Margiela to the court, and I'm like, y'all are getting so deep into this, but won't talk about the real shit at all. And it's like you said, it's because he's a white man.
You niggas is getting into this nigga fashion fits, and this other nigga is sitting in jail for doing fucking nothing.
Not only are we establishing like a precedent that if you as an immigrant disagree with the foreign policy goals of the United States, you can have your entire life uprooted. You're now creating a second class of citizen. I can sit up and be like, Black Lives Matter, this, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And I was born here. I am not probably going to be under threat of deportation. But he came the legal way. He came the right way. He came as a student.
He did all the right fucking things.
He completed a master's degree, more than most people in this country can afford or even fucking do. And he stood up and he used his First Amendment right, and then he got hauled off to a Louisiana jail cell, threatening to get deported. He's been in this country for years studying.
I think I heard a story about they took the nigga and they put him in a different detention center. Then they took him to Louisiana.
Yeah, they've been like, I believe Louisiana wasn't the first detention center, but they've been moving him around and they've been far away from his lawyers. So it's like.
That's bullshit, bro.
This is a constitution. This is not. I cannot believe that we have allowed half of the political apparatus in this country to actually say the words law and order. To actually
you know what's crazy? I was about to say that.
About
you know
the
what's fucking insane? You know what's fucking insane? I remember like looking into all the immigration shit, and I remember the biggest shit I kept seeing from the right was, it's not that we just, we're not racist. We just want you to come in the right way. We want you to do the thing. A nigga came in the right way. Oh,
but you did something I didn't like.
Bro, like, you said something, and the nigga's done.
You said something I didn't agree with, so now you gotta go.
And now you
what?
What the fuck? I genuinely want to know, what is it? What is it?
And what I want to tie in, bro, and it's so fucked up, because before this shit, we were moving, like, everything was so progressive, and we were moving in a really good direction. And when you look at freedom of speech, like, the reason why we even move in a progressive way is because of that. You fight for those issues. But now you look at now, look what it paints the narrative now. You can't say anything or they will lock your ass up. I think about my little sister and like now what she has to grow up to. If she says anything for any issues, there's a possibility they will lock her ass up because they don't want
or suppress her
or anything.
And validate her
fucking feelings that they fight for all the time.
And she's a fucking black woman. She's gonna grow up being a black woman.
And think about it. And people will say, "Oh, he's an immigrant, XYZ." Nigga, this sets the stage. He is not born in the United States, but he has followed the legal process to become a United States citizen, and that entire process has been interrupted with threat of deportation because he said a thing that the government disagreed with.
If one thing happens, all of the fucking dominoes could fall.
Exactly.
If this nigga gets deported, all of those dominoes could fall to where they just
started.
start going after
And this-
niggas who are just speaking out on.
And this right here is why people have needed to fight much harder and explain why this whole illegal immigrant situation, we got to get them out of here, is also bullshit.
Yeah.
Because if you think about contributing members to society, they will cherry pick. They will be like, an MS-13 member came over the border and killed this white woman, so we got to get him gone. Illegal this has been studied. Listen to what I'm saying. This has been studied for about 40 years, and there has never been a time where it's been shown that illegal immigrants commit more crime than the native-born population. Meaning if you're living in a town full of illegal immigrants, you are more likely to be safe than if you were living in a town full of American fucking citizens. This has been substantiated for decades, and y'all are saying we got to get these motherfuckers out of here because they committed a crime. But we can elect the niggas that commit a crime. But we can deport a nigga who didn't commit a crime. What are we doing?
And the
What are we doing?
And the cruel thing, going back to what he was saying, is like they won't fight hard for him because he is a person of color.
Yeah.
So they won't fight hard for him. The excuse is, oh, he's not from here. He's not. He don't belong here. And they'll say
Because
that
you think you're safe.
openly.
Because
They'll
you
be
think you're
open with-
safe.
Exactly.
All I
You think
know
you're safe.
And then what you just said will contradict everything they'll say. It was like, oh, it's dangerous out here. Whatever. Like, but no, it's not.
A lot of them niggas think that it just happens to the brown people. It happens to the fucking.
Oh no, it's
immigrants.
gonna happen to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what?
No, when
It's
it-
gonna
when
happen.
it
Watch-
does
when
happen.
it gets
Bro.
as bad as it will get, especially if this shit continues to happen, and white people start getting deported, then it's gonna be out.
Then
Bro, they
it's
want
bad.
America. They want
Do you
America
think-
specific.
One of the
Boy,
last,
bro,
one of the
no one's
last
safe
time,
from that
one of the
shit.
last times we saw the Republicans like actually come out in force for gun control was when the Black Panthers had guns.
Yeah.
American citizens, do you really think this will stop with people like Mahmoud? This will not. And the fact that a presidential administration has now set this precedent, that because they protested and has yet to find any wild shit that he's actually done, he could be deported regardless of circumstance, that should set off every alarm bell. This should not be but I like his tax policies, but the left be lying about him. This is as clear cut as it fucking gets.
Literally.
There's a bar that you need to reach to substantiate the shit, and these niggas cannot reach that bar, which is why they didn't even provide evidence for what the fuck they're getting him out of. They said he led activities tied to Hamas. If you pointed out the fact that America's foreign policy, the interventionism that we did in the 90s and 80s led to 9/11, does that mean that you're leading activities
Yeah, exactly.
aligned to Al-Qaeda?
Exactly.
No. That's some Patriot Act right after 2001 shit that Bush and them were on.
I'm sorry if you said it. How old is he?
He's 30.
Crazy, bro. Imagine your entire life just getting uprooted.
Child on the way.
Child on the way.
On the way,
Baby on the
bro.
way. You.
And like they
Cause
Did
you-
everything,
because
did
he was
everything
pushing
What
for
would
people.
take him to
because you were
do it,
pushing for
bro?
peace.
Pushing for peace
And supporting human rights of people that you are. He is Palestinian. Wow.
Wow, bro.
And that just sucks.
And I feel like we've kind of entered this era. We've talked so much recently, especially about like this era of social media and how things are and how niggas will literally just create a reality in front of you to serve a base, to just it doesn't have to be based in any realistic like facts or anything. It's just whatever feels right to people, whatever's intuitively right. If you intuitively think that brown people dangerous, Palestine equals Hamas, then you're not going to have a problem with this because people on the internet probably fed you bullshit
Yeah.
Yeah.
for years. That transitions directly into what the fuck we are going to talk about.
I don't even wanna talk
I'm not
about
gonna
that.
lie,
Yeah.
bro. Like this is the first episode
Yeah.
live for y'all niggas. Dead ass.
Real
This is the
shit.
first episode that I'm thinking about the doom of the day, and I'm like, I don't even want to stop talking about this shit. We like, yeah, but
No, real
that does
shit.
perfectly transition into our doom of the day. Let's get into the doom of the day.
Yes, that shit.
The culture of clip farming.
Everybody got to take a deep breath first of all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's
Yeah, take a deep
let's
breath.
decompress,
Decompress.
because that shit is
that
scary.
shit is crazy,
Terrifying,
bro. Like,
That's just terrifying. And I said it, I posted it on my story earlier. If our constitution's functioning and if our society is functioning as intended, Donald Trump should be and would be impeached immediately.
Yeah.
Brought up on charges of impeachment immediately. You are quite literally violating the rights of a permanent U.S. resident for using their free speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free speech has limitations. What fucking limitations?
That's literally the first fucking amendment.
And the big question, I'm sorry, is like, what is the truth?
Yeah, and
At that point, like you look at it, it's like, What do you
And
mean?
that and as much as it
That goes into our doom.
Yeah, it goes into our doom of the day because
it's blurring that shit for
it goes into our doom of the day because one of the main reasons why we're not seeing as much overt outrage right now is because niggas think that like people on the left are mad about it, people on the right. No, this should not be a left-right thing. There's a procedure. His rights are being violated right now. They're without reason.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But because there are people who are paid fucking actors to distract people, to bog everyone down in culture war bullshit with lies and realities that they just create in front of your face, we can't get past that. And that's what the clip farming is. That's what because our number one engagement with this social media shit and with our political world is on our phones. And those people on your phones, with reason, because they're making financial incentive from it, will literally lie and create entire realities that you can't see.
Yeah. And this is how deep that shit can get, right? A lot of y'all, right? A lot of the audience is probably like, what the fuck did he just say? What is clip farming, right? Clip farming, right, it's the concept of faking some shit or just outwardly just doing some shit for the result of like posting a video and you get the views, you get the attention, you get the clout, you get the publicity, right? Basically, clip farming is kind of like
sacrificing your integrity.
In a sense, right?
Yeah.
And it could get as lighthearted.
Integrity.
Exactly, right? It can get as lighthearted because I honestly feel like clip farming yourself, right? Sacrificing my own integrity is like, what the fuck? It's me, right? It's my stream. If I'm sitting on the fucking stream shaking ass, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Shameless, but it's still like you.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's me. It's completely fucking different if I'm walking on the side of the street and I see someone like, I'm like, chat, let me slap this nigga real quick. And I slap the fuck out of a nigga. That's completely fucking different, which has happened, by the way.
Which happens a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
which,
on
Twitch, on
Kick.
happens
Definitely
a fuck
Kick.
ton.
Oh my goodness.
And it's bled its way into society as not only just a Twitch thing and as everything, as politics, into fucking sports, and like.
Do you want me to get into kickoff like that with the one I was going to talk about
Yeah,
first?
you can start first.
Right
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
So a key example of this, we talk about when I was a kid growing up, I would watch. I remember watching First Take a lot because I love baseball. I would only watch First Take when they do like baseball stuff. Right? And obviously Stephen A. Smith was like one of the first people that I seen when it comes to like sports analysts. And you know, he's been in hot water because I feel like ESPN and sports commentary in general has taken this downward spiral where it's become more and more commodified, more and more about like what the viral clip is with clip farming, more and more about the attention that you get off saying outlandish shit. That's the only thing that can push a nigga who has a career in like analyzing sports to say something like Shohei Ohtani can't be the face of baseball because he's Japanese and it has to be an American.
Yeah.
What the like you did not that's not an educated take that you come about through your years of experience in this field. You're saying
You're just saying.
You're
not
just saying
Not only your experience as being that analyst, but nigga, you have a whole team around you that knew you were going to say that.
Yes.
But encourage
that
it.
like
Because
I
that thing just come off the-
that
No,
take is
bro.
so uneducated, especially because you know Japan has a intense baseball culture more than the United States, and they have about a third of our population. So it's not like small ass country. Japan's a big ass country, and when Japan is playing baseball, when the Japanese national team's playing someone, when Shohei's
watch.
playing,
Like, what
in the
We're
MLB,
talking about
they
the mind
watch.
creator
They get-
himself.
They get
like God
yes.
himself.
And he's the
Literally
only
playing.
nigga since like the only other people that everyone knows from baseball, Babe Ruth, who can both hit and pitch. And Babe Ruth stopped doing that like within 3 years of the beginning of his career. This nigga's still doing it at the highest level. The best player in the game.
Yeah.
Yes, he can, and yes, he should be the face of baseball. You're insane to even suggest otherwise.
that's an insane-
But that speaks to that culture of clip farming. Another thing that Stephen A. just did recently, he had Candace Owens on, right?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
The clip farmer herself.
Yes. Candace.
And y'all might hold on. Let me say this
go
really
ahead.
quick, right? Y'all might not be understanding what we're meaning by clip farming, right? Candace Owens is like the mother of clip farming for the
Just
when it comes to the black
saying
community. Just
shit.
saying shit.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. You're just saying shit, and that's the thing within Twitch, right? And it does correlate to money, but in Twitch and in social media, it doesn't correlate to money as much as you would think. For instance, Speed backflipping off a fucking thing and hitting his desk it doesn't correlate to the millions as like Candace Owens does
Yes.
when she just says, slavery was a choice, et
Yeah.
cetera. You know what I'm saying?
So the thing,
but it's the same fucking thing is what I'm saying.
The reason why I will get on Stephen A for like clip farming in this instance is because, right, I'm not saying that you can never have a right-wing perspective on. I'm not saying, as much as I think that Candace should have platforms severely limited because she just lies, and people who platform her should at least be prepared to combat those lies. The reason why it's clip farming in this instance is because Stephen A got her on. The first thing he's like, is she's a very controversial figure. That's the reason why you have her on, because she's controversial.
That's the clip farm
and then
right
you
there.
sat down and you let her say whatever, and he was not prepared for a single topic. Was not prepared for a single thing.
He didn't rebut.
Bro, you know what I don't
No
fuck with?
rebuttal.
You know what I don't fuck with? Stephen A recognizes, right? Like you said, Stephen A's been in this space for a long time. And media has pushed itself in a way where niggas like us, we're doing the same shit Stephen A does right the fuck.
On a
now,
podcast.
Right? On a podcast. Exactly. This is the same shit he does, right? So Stephen A has tried to diversify himself. I don't fuck with, though, you getting into shit you don't know about or doing it,
completely.
and that's the
because that's
fucking
what it is.
issue.
If you're someone who
He trying to sound political and shit,
but
or
also-
getting into shit, and he's just flat out fucking wrong half the time.
Exactly.
And even if you don't know like particular things in the political space,
Yeah,
have
like
someone else
research. I was gonna say,
Right.
us three are not fucking political gurus. This nigga's the guru, and we let the nigga speak it. He corrects us if we fuck up. Except they have this nigga on here talking, bro. I saw some shit the other day that I was like, Stephen A. 2028. You're bullshitting right now, nigga. Bring Kanye back at that. Like you're bullshitting.
anyone, go ahead, Al.
And the whole thing with that is you were saying like he had no topics prepared or anything, and you don't like the fact that he got into politics and not know what he's talking about. I think he understands the basis of Candace Owens, but I think the problem is he doesn't understand politics and there's a profit incentive. It's like, I know she sells controversy, so I'm going to put her on my
that's
show.
all he
But
gives
you
a
don't
fuck
understand.
about.
Yeah, but
Even
you
if I don't know politics.
and that's where the clip
that's the
farming comes
problem.
in, because you don't even understand the implications of you doing that without being able to press anything she's saying is that you're just spreading lies to people.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter because you're going to get the views. I'm going to set up this clip by basically what happened was Stephen A asked her, in the vein of her being controversial, he's like, how does it feel to be a black conservative in America? I want y'all to listen to this, about a minute-long clip, the answer that she gives, and then at the end, I'm going to run through why being prepared for this shit is so fucking important. Go ahead.
I find it now, it's pioneering, to put it in a nice way. And I think it's the most rewarding thing ever when what I have found is that if you just stand for truth, even in the beginning when it's really hard and people say terrible things about you, and I've been called everything you could possibly imagine, then there's that moment, even if it takes years, where they do come back and they say you were right, particularly about BLM. I mean, I was hitting the drum about the finances so early, and I'm going, I'm not saying that you don't have feelings about this thing, but I am telling you something else is going on, and this is going to harm the Black community in the end. This money is just going to be zapped out of communities, and communities are going to be destroyed. And then when that was proven right, it was so refreshing to hear people say, yeah, we kind of hated her for a really long time. We're kind of saying this for a really long time. And then, the fraud of Patrice Cullors and what they were doing with the money. And so my brain just works differently. I am different, and I'm happy being different. I don't want to be the same.
Yeah, okay, nigga.
First off,
So my brain works differently. I am different. Yeah, your brain do work fucking different.
it does. I was thrown off because her eyes are wide and it fucking terrified me. But second of all, the thing that frustrates me, and this is what goes into clip farming, is you'll manipulate the audience. You'll bring in the audience of, oh no,
Victim,
this is destroying the Black community. We need to care about it.
Bro, immediately she hits on two victims. She hits on herself being a victim and you, that Black person sitting behind the camera, being a victim.
And that's the start
immediately.
of
That's the
and
start
then
of
you
it.
look at it. She said all this shit, but then here's a direct contradiction. Nigga, you did a whole documentary on George Floyd in saying like he didn't actually die. How do you care
Talk about that, Candace.
How do you
Talk about
care
that.
about at all?
Fucking
Talk about that. Keep the same energy for that.
same
The
energy.
reason why it's clip farming is because Steven is just, there's multiple instances where she's on. There's multiple instances where he's like, well, I didn't know that. And I'm seeing all these people trying to press you and they don't have a reason to substantiate why they don't like you. They just saying, dude.
Here's what you should do if you're Stephen A. Oh, I don't see why people are saying that, but here's what people are saying. What is your rebuttal to that?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. That's why it's irresponsible. Yes,
Oh my
Candace,
goodness,
I'm love
bro.
that you brought up that documentary. Candace Owens did film an entire like hour and a half documentary about George Floyd, BLM, and everything, where she does hit on the finances and everything. I happen to have watched that documentary as somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about. In that documentary, she had somebody named Dr. Ron Martinelli, who in the clip has a Blue Lives Matter flag pin, who's talking about how they really had to try to inculcate the public with this notion that he died to this police officer and not to the drug overdose. Dr. Martinelli is a CEO of a consultation firm that's literally paid to give expert testimony in defense of police officers in court. Oh,
Wow.
That was the evidence.
I did not know that.
I'm not done. The end of it, she spends 10 minutes bashing BLM about like their finances and everything. What she did was going through the financial report, finding different organizations that BLM legally took their donation money and sent to support them, and was saying, oh, that's weird, that's bad because it supported like gay people or trans people or something. There's nothing illegal about an organization using money to give to other organizations, which they did. But she clips out these ones that she knows her right-wing audiences are not going to like because it supports gay people and trans people. And it's like, what are they doing with this money? I'm still not done. She questions Patrisse Cullors, who was originally one of the founders of BLM. And it's like, oh, yeah, she took the money and bought houses.
About that house.
Patrisse Cullors has been unpaid from Black
seen-
Lives Matter since at least 2019.
Do you remember when we...
Did y'all see that clip of Yachty?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
I think that
Look
clip
at
was
y'all.
on it.
Oh my God. Wait.
Yes.
He was on his cooking show, right?
Yeah.
And I think the topic of BLM came up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's a scam, bro. They bought mansions and
Yes.
shit. Yeah, it's a scam."
He said it was again.
Yeah.
Yes. He was talking.
I'm
it was
like,
with
what?
it's
Yes.
What's her name? It's like Quinn Blackwell. That's how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was on this cooking show.
Me and this nigga JJ, and this is the only thing I'm gonna say. Then JJ, you continue. I remember me and JJ debunked this shit. Not even debunked this shit, but we questioned like how stupid this shit is, right? They're talking about she bought that house. What was it, like $6 million or something like that?
that mansion. Yeah,
They're talking about she bought this big ass mansion for $6 million. First of all, fucking Trevor, you live in a fucking trailer park saying this. Your fucking trailer costs $30,000. Of course, that $6 million sounds like so much to you. This is LA, nigga. You can't buy a dog for less than the fuck are we talking?
And also, Patrisse did not do that shit.
You
that
was
hou-
there,
I
nigga.
went to the fucking house. The
What's the house for, JJ?
The house is a complex for Black creatives. The inside they have like whenever they get people there, they've hosted dinners for the families of like the victims of the police brutality, of the victims of the shooting. They have Black creatives like designing in the house and everything. They hold meetings there. They do all that shit. And the location in which they bought it is like right before a lot of like the hilly areas, which is why the property is there. It's a storied area.
We can't buy a crib for $6 million to invest in like our own nigga. I don't give a fuck if she had the whole block at that house, nigga.
And they have
we can't
multiple
buy
times.
a crib for $6 million, but you'll let niggas like Trump and like Elon, like all of these right wing niggas
Nigga be a car
spending
salesman.
hundreds of millions of dollars on bullshit.
that they
On
don't
bullshit.
use.
Nigga,
And
they
it's
will
like-
fundraise for $46 million and throw it at bullshit.
What the fuck? Oh,
We can't raise a cool $6. We gonna get this crib.
Oh, and the
Mind
big
We
thing-
gonna have JJ here. We gonna have a jam at the Black Lives Matter house. We can't do that shit, my nigga.
because it's a question.
Because now it's a scam, and then you have motherfuckers like Candace Owens, a Black woman, saying it's a fucking scam.
Candace
Jesus
Owens in
Christ.
that documentary like goes up to Patrice's like front gate and is pressing her about it, and is like, and she's like freaking out because like, why the fuck is this provocateur here at my crib? like this motherfucker who's bullshitting is here at my crib.
Right.
Patrisse has been unpaid from that org for years, stepped away from like leadership of that org years ago, has her own shit, a book deal, teaches
Did
that
she step away due to the scrutiny?
I'm pretty sure she did because it was a lot of like shit that they were just stirring
I
up
didn't even
about her.
manage that.
Meaning that
That-
she has nothing to do with the functions about this organization in general since. And that was since before George Floyd.
I think having like no one is above criticism.
Yes.
So I think having criticism for Black Lives, I have criticism.
Exactly,
for
we
Black
all
Lives
do.
Matter. Platforming someone like Candace Owens though to share her criticisms about Black Lives Matter, the same woman that has wore All Lives Matter shirts in the wake of the
I remember that shit.
With Kanye?
2020 and
Oh,
Kanye.
with
Yeah,
White Lives Matter,
yeah,
actually, it was
White
the-
Lives Matter.
yeah.
That's what it was. It wasn't even
Yeah.
All Lives Matter. It was
It was
fucking White Lives Matter.
Went on tour wearing that shit.
Yeah, went on tour wearing it.
Funny enough, in that podcast, she talks about how like, because Steven asked her about the White Lives Matter thing, and she's like, yeah, well, I grew up on Kanye, and he just empowered me to like feel like not fit into the black stereotype. Nigga, you went and said that Cardi B is
So now niggas don't got their own mind.
Candace Owens said that Cardi B is her music is perversity pitched to us as diversity. Kanye West has said, if I fuck this model and she bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like an asshole. That's the nigga who's profound to you, right?
Yeah. Oh, kind of hard.
It's hard, right? Not to you though. I thought that was perversity.
Yeah, I thought that was perversity.
So
you pick and choose.
You're not, and Steven is not prepared for any of this shit. Mind you, there was a lawsuit launched from BLM Grassroots, which was the local organizations, against the national chapter. It got dismissed because they couldn't substantiate claims of wrongdoing. Indiana did a lawsuit. They're going to investigate BLM because this money went nowhere. They dropped that shit. It hasn't happened. There's still yet to this day been any evidence that there was any financial wrongdoing against BLM. And they just say, they hated me because I was saying this for a long time. And she was right.
And then they utilized the whole thing to say, our communities. You guys are like millionaires. Stephen A. Smith, you make a lot of fucking money, more money than like any nigga in the NHL, actually, which I just found out. You throw some money at the communities then if you give a fuck.
If you really give a fuck.
If you give a fuck,
if Candace really got a problem with that BLM misusing funds,
use
nigga,
your money with the money in the right fucking way.
If
You're not gonna do that though.
Yep.
No, you just
she has a whole segment in there where she like finds some random dude in Minneapolis and was like, BLM took the money, and then look, the city's
Nigga
fucked
not
up.
even connected.
It was
to
post
shit.
riots.
Nigga not connected to shit.
Not connected to shit.
Mind
Mind you, we gonna get 90 mil and rebuild the city of Minneapolis with
Like,
it. How? What the fuck do you think that they were gonna do? Yeah. Okay. If you really give a fuck, then you go do something about it. You pool y'all money together and really fix this black community. Every time I'm seeing you on the TV as black people did XYZ wrong, black people did XYZ
and
wrong.
we're criticized. Like, it's not the issue is not that we're criticizing ourselves. It's just you're loud and wrong, gang. That's the fucking problem.
And it's like you damn near know it.
You know
what audience you're feeding to. You know the profit incentive you get from it. You're dead wrong, and this is what's going to lead our society to a shithole. Because of clip farming.
And people like Stephen A. Smith have a responsibility to know when these motherfuckers are bullshitting to you. And she's just saying things fast, and you're like, damn, I didn't know that. And now you're co-signing this narrative that what she's saying is true. Nothing she said was fucking true.
Think about this,
but it's a clip though.
Think about this.
Yeah,
it's a clip.
And what form of media, right? What form of media is the most? I wouldn't say form of media. It's not that. What side of social media is the most like? Oh, we got to push this. We got to get this shit, and they're getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views.
They're right.
But I saw a fucking tweet on Elon or on Twitter the other day. It was like, you're probably seeing this right now because you like Donald Trump. I was like, hell nah, nigga, what the fuck?
No,
bro, ask me how many impressions that shit had on Twitter. 246 million.
Bro.
I'm like, nigga, you know these niggas are just pushing that shit. It's a regular ass, like, it was the shittiest ad I've ever, it was like just a regular shitty ass ad you'd see on like, you know what I'm saying, like a bootleg site or something like that. Nigga, 246 million impressions on that bitch.
Insane.
I'm like, that's fucking
And think
crazy.
about this, bro. The thing is, when, say one of your viewers, right? They want to see your pod because it's you. So they'll come to the pod, they'll see you, and throughout the pod, they learn fashion, they learn pop culture, they learn politics, and they'll get into those topics. Think about a Stephen A. Smith. A person who watches him do takes on LeBron. You're seeing that, and you're like, oh, he has his own personal show. I wonder who he brought in.
Think about how many people he converted to that shit.
Exactly.
In one episode.
In one video. Because
just because they fuck with Stephen A.
Exactly. So then at that point, you take word is ball.
Word is ball.
And that's the problem with clip farming, right? Clip farming blurs the truth in general. So any person that you flock to and you see they're doing that shit for clicks, you're like, oh, wait, is that actually the truth? Is that reality?
I think, and I don't even want to dwell on that shit because it's past he bullshit anyway. But even that DDG shit, and that was the issue I had with it, right? DDG, a popular rapper, just came out. Rapper, YouTuber, entertainer, everything. Just came out the other day and was basically talking about his custody issues with his his ex, I guess, which is Halle Bailey, aka Black People Little Mermaid. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of fucking talk obviously on who DDG is. He went red, da da da. He was lame. He was corny. This and she's perfect and da 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 da. I didn't have an issue with. I genuinely didn't have an issue with him coming out and talking about the custody battle. It's how you're doing it. And now you're creating that image of what you're talking about, right? You're creating that image, or you're pushing an entire group of young black men now that fuck with you, DDG, to a whole different side they don't need to be at.
Yeah.
Here's my point, right? The nigga doesn't say, okay, yeah, you know, like me and Hallie are in a custody battle and like I'm really like trying to just see my son, etc. No, the nigga gets on live and it's like, she kicked me out the crib, I just want to see my son. Da, 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 da. I don't even care. I just be with all these girls, but I don't even care about them. I just want to see my son for real. Then the nigga drops another video. Then the nigga drops a song titled
What's it like Free Halo? Like, let me see Halo or some shit?
Nigga, hold on, bro. I ain't even trying to fuck it up, bro. Hold on.
We're dropping songs.
Nigga, no, he dropped a song on his YouTube called "Don't Take My Son" official audio.
Don't
My nigga, Jesus Christ. And then,
Y'all think it's fire?
Then the nigga,
I haven't
stop
heard-
it.
I haven't
Nigga,
heard
it's some
that
bullshit. Nigga, nigga, it's some bullshit. Nigga. Then the nigga comes back the next day as everything then blows up. Shade Room catches onto it. Everything blows up. The nigga comes back the next day and says, nah, I'm really not even trying to pursue no legal shit. It's just, you know, I just want to get my... Yes,
Wait, I
bro.
thought you were in custody.
That's how you're supposed to get your fucking-
No. You're telling me that
Yes.
that's not a legal procedure.
No, he
For
said
the
I'm
young
not.
people
He
out
said I'm
there,
not doing...
If you're dealing with somebody that won't allow you visitation with your child, you're supposed to go through the courts to get that certified, to get that shit figured out. What the fuck is he
The nigga said I'm
doing
not
all this
gonna,
extra shit? I don't want to go through the
I'm not gonna pursue no legal battle. And then I'm looking at it like, you see how stupid you just made?
You're clip
niggas
farming
look,
your child.
bro?
You
Not
as
only
a-
are you clip farming your child, you're making you're putting a bad name on your relationship that you were saying at one point was great.
You're a black man with a child. No.
Oh.
No, the way,
Had to remind you for a second.
You're a black man. The way he got up.
PDG is a black man going through a fake custody battle with your child. There's already a stereotype about black men.
Already,
Like
bro,
shit,
bro.
my nigga.
And look who you're feeding it
You
to.
feeding
You
into
feeding it.
the... That is the
I thought
clip.
that was a legal battle.
And
Nigga.
this is the part where the disconnect is, right? The white people that do watch him, they don't understand
don't
the
give
black
a fuck.
perspective because
They
they're
don't
not
give a
black.
fuck.
Bro.
So you look at like, I see a lot of
They just
viewers
think
in
that
your
shit
chat.
funny.
Exactly. They think that shit is comedy. Like you see a lot of viewers in your chat, and especially like they'll talk about like Chicago in like a bad light because that's the perception they get. Bro, they'll look now watching DDG, they'll look at like the average black guy and be like, oh, you don't got a daddy or this and that.
Or even
because they showed you that perspective.
Bro,
but
they-
it's not real at all.
He used to try to show the perspective of like not only he was taking care of his kid, but their relationship, him and Hallie's, and it looked really healthy to my understanding. At the same time, stop being fucking parasocial people. Like we don't got to be in these people relationship and they coochie and shit, right?
For real.
Then the nigga, obviously they break up. He's throwing his own thing. Okay, bro, do your own thing. That's perfectly normal. People break up, etc. You doing your own shit. It's when you start to, and I understand you could be frustrated, but DDG, you have enough people around you to get that frustration out in a better way. Don't get online and now demonize her.
Yeah.
Because when you was being demonized by everybody, she wasn't doing that to you.
What?
She did that. I will say, and I'll give her benefit of the doubt. She did it. She
Yeah,
did it to the nigga the one time.
And people were saying postpartum.
And people were saying postpartum. She did it to the nigga the one time, right? Okay.
She also didn't drop a song.
Yeah, she also didn't drop. He's done multiple songs about it, but she did it to the nigga one time. It died off, etc. Not only I believe
Didn't he come
I
out
think
and,
he's
like-
older than her. I think he's older than her. But not only are you older than her, but also, bro, be the fucking bigger person, bro. Be the bigger person. Understand, like she was going through a time. Just leave it at that, my
Or
nigga.
keep it
Don't
off the
deal
internet.
with the shit.
Or keep it
Hold
off
on.
the internet.
Keep
Like,
it off the
you can
internet,
have your
my
son.
nigga.
You can have your son like in the videos. Cool, like whatever, live streaming, cool. He's like he looks cute. You like a very viral clip where he like making that face. That's cool, whatever.
But that was the thing. I'm like, bro, he was down a great path, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas was just seeing your
But,
son.
like,
You taking his son
The
out.
behind the
Oh,
scenes
dog,
shit, bro. Keep that off the internet.
off,
I
bro.
fuck with DDG, but like seeing all this shit, and I've been watching him since I was a kid, bro.
Kid, bro.
To
Seen him when
me,
he first
this
got that I8 and shit.
Exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Watching this, I couldn't even believe it was real, and not even on some like I couldn't believe. No, it's like to me, this is not real because he clip farmed so goddamn much. I can't tell what's real with this
Exactly.
nigga
I
at
knew
all.
it.
So
I
this
knew it
is
wasn't
not
no
real.
fucking. I knew it wasn't real.
Bring up the video of him hugging his girl.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
what?
You was on
Nigga,
live, right?
I was on live and I'm watching
Insane.
a Twitter video of this nigga. It was like his sister or some shit. They in this nigga crib. In the back of the fucking video, niggas was like, "Oh, that was Jay Single." Nigga, oh God, it wasn't that nigga Jay Single. Jay Single's another rapper. Don't even worry about the nigga. Shout out him though. I fuck with him. Bro, in the back of the video, this nigga DDG's hugging on the girl, and I'm like,
Halle Bailey.
I could be wrong, but that looked just like Halle Bailey. Like it looks just like her, nigga. And I'm like, bro, even if you whether you're with her, whether you're not with her, don't bring it to the internet. Don't continue to fucking reinforce these stereotypes for the clip. Like fucking Stephen A, like Candace Owens, like
all
why?
people.
And watch. I would not be surprised if in the next few months another clip comes out of a streamer that's not black saying some shit about DDG being a bad father or some shit like that, and it could be a joke, and the clip's gonna go viral though, right? It could be a joke or whatever, but nigga, you curated that. You curated
and
that.
they'll
That
stick
doesn't
to it.
happen if
And-
you stand on business there and say no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm never gonna let you speak bad about my baby mama. I'm never gonna let you. You know what I'm saying? Do shit like that. For me, especially, right? I've done some shit. I done clip farmed. I've done it before. So
We've
I
all
understand
done it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
to a certain extent, you have to, especially with this Twitch shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's been so many nights that I'm on Twitch and I'm like sitting there bored out of my fucking mind. Like, especially when I was starting out, bored out of my fucking mind. Chat's not rolling. Not only do I have to like do some shit to entertain chat, but also nigga entertain my fucking self. Like, get a good clip at least, right? If I'm gonna be streaming tonight and nobody's watching, at least I'm gonna get a good clip so I can post it tomorrow. It goes viral. It does good.
Now
You know what I'm
people
saying?
come and watch it,
Exactly. Right. Cool. So I've done my fair share of clip on. I done torqued on cam. Nigga, I done stood on fucking beds and shit. I done did some nut ass shit. Right. There's lines to it though. Right. There's lines to it, and you have to understand there's lines to it. Me, when I first started Twitch, I did it way more than I do it now. Not only because I have a community that watches me, but also because like. That I don't want that to be my image, my nigga. I don't want you to know me as the dumb black nigga with the dreads who flipped off his bed and did a split, or the dumb black nigga. You know what I'm saying? And to an extent, like I had to grow up in that. I had to grow up and be like, all right, like it comes to a point where you can't do everything for the fucking clip, my nigga. You have to understand those boundaries, those lines. This is one of them cases, Stephen A, Candace Owens, DDG.
The next person we're gonna see in the final 10, because you can unintentionally be a clip.
Yeah, like yo, you finna get. But like those are examples. Like, god damn, nigga, like, and it's our community doing the shit back to ourselves. Not saying that clip farm is only us. Everybody fucking clip farms on Twitch, YouTube, etc. But I just hate when I see niggas, especially niggas that I grew up watching Stephen A, First Take. Fuck Candace. DDG, like I grew up watching these niggas, and I'm like, bro, like you're entertaining enough to not do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just, I don't know.
Were you gonna say something?
Oh, I didn't forget about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think we've all done like clip farming to a certain extent. I would say, and like you said, there's lines to it. Like I remember back in the day before I started doing political content. I started doing political content like June of 2020. Before that, I had started making TikToks in January of 2020. I was doing all types of bullshit ass skits. I remember the 2Z slide had dropped from Drake. And I remember it. I remember I was fucking with it because I was seeing people like do the dance or whatever. I put on this like Champs hoodie that I don't wear no more. I was wearing like an all white fit with them rippable
Christ in heaven.
Oh my
Air Force.
goodness.
I had some Air Force
Rippable
Ones.
swoosh
I had some
shit.
Air Force Ones with a swoosh on him, was like light brown, and it was Velcro, so you could pull them bitches off. And I'm in there with the hoodie on, doing the right foot up, left foot slide.
That was before the Kendrick Dick ride.
No,
I've never seen- I don't think
I'm
I've
talking
seen
about
that
before
video.
the Kendrick Dick ride.
I haven't seen that.
That
shit.
is one of the most shameful. I never did a dance trend on TikTok ever again
Yeah,
after
that
that.
was
I knew something was off,
You
nigga.
did the smeeze on stream.
That's not like I did that shit
I would say
horribly, nigga. That wasn't even a clip farm. That was just unintentionally bad. Nigga. That wasn't even intentional.
Yeah, we have to put a clip of the sneeze. I gotta show
God, bro. That was my most
Sneeze
shameful
bad.
moment on the internet. That's crazy. Probably. But yeah. What about
The
y'all?
last shit. I say my clip farm was like strategic in a way.
Everything
because-
strategic.
So when I got my second account up and running on TikTok, what I did was I posted my before my second account, I was doing some fuck shit. It was bullshit or whatever. But at the end of my first account, I knew what I wanted to take, like the direction that I wanted to take. So I started doing that on my second account. And then I realized it was a whole bunch of niggas live just picking at eggs.
I remember that.
Bro,
I
don't
remember
remember
that was
that.
during the Squid Game shit, right?
Nah, it was before that.
Oh wait, no, that was just a different trent. Where it was like, get the eggshell off it without
Yup.
Yeah.
You had to pick
The little
eggshell
membrane
off,
or some shit. Yeah,
without
yeah,
breaking
yeah.
the fucking membrane. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just try this shit, right? Nigga, I go live. I start doing it, right? It's like, what, 50 people in there? Then like 10 minutes later, 100, 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. It's 20,000. It's 20,000
Watching you
niggas
pick an
watching
egg?
me pick out a fucking egg, bro. I'm
Was
like,
you bullshitting though? Cause you know they be like, hold on, chat.
Yeah,
hold on, let's get the 100K likes. I'm gonna pick this part.
yes,
For
bro, I was
reference,
on that shit.
crazy.
So
For
that,
reference, me and this nigga have like a similar audience on TikTok. The most I've had in a live, and it was during a presidential debate, was 17,000. More people went to watch him pick
egg.
a fucking eggshell off.
egg.
This
Yeah.
is fucking Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, nigga.
Rain Rot Blade Runner shit.
like, bro, I'm picking at the egg. I'm like, oh shit, I might fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like that shit. Bro, my account went from like 20,000 to like 60,000
Holy shit.
in that
picking
one
an
day.
egg.
So I'm like, let me do this shit again. Went to like 120,000
What?
for picking the egg. But the thing was, I posted so much content beforehand. Everybody else went to
They
watch
start
all
watching
that
all
shit.
that
back.
shit.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Fucking
Yeah.
with your boy for real. And then I banned the word egg. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Ban the word
Like this shit
egg.
still.
When the
banned
next
to
time
this
you gonna
day.
do an egg? Hey, nigga, you do the egg.
Bro,
I didn't do
when
that.
I tell
That's
you
what
my
they do in my
comment
shit.
section was filled with
Bro,
that,
every
bro.
time I go live on TikTok, they be like, my cookie cracking. And I'm
That's
like,
like the whole
gang.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
it's
you
been
gotta,
like 2 months. Let's just let it rest.
you gotta
gang.
block
Yeah.
that
Let
phrase,
it
bro.
die.
Yeah,
Let that shit die.
That's
But
just
yeah,
crazy
That's-
shit. No,
that's
I
crazy stuff,
remember them days where I wake up, walk out my room, I go downstairs, the dining room light bright as fuck there. Picking the egg off this. I said, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's crazy.
That
is
was cool
crazy.
times, but it's brain rot.
Yeah.
It is.
But I was gonna say, do you have any like instances you do on history?
Okay, I'll say this, right? Because I have a clothing brand, so it's not like I'm clip farming on my brand. But on his stream, good God. It's like, I don't think I can say what
I don't think we can put a clip of Alan on
put a
my
clip.
shit.
I'm trying to
Alan
think.
diagnose the outcome of a nigga from a comment that he'll leave in the chat, and it'll be the most nuts.
Come on, you know what you look like?
Yeah,
Then
it's
it'll like
just
slam the
eviscerate
desk
that.
down and shit.
It's
like,
bad.
Yeah. And like I said, I feel like the slamming the desk sometimes it'd be fun.
I
Like
do.
sometimes
It'd be
it'd be
funny. I
funny.
slam
Like
the desk
if you want to put emphasis on some shit,
Right.
there are ways you can do it without misleading a generation of people into
Right.
believing racism.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. But I think we can move right along to the final 10.
Final
We finna
10,
get it
man.
wrapped up.
Final
I have
10.
a short
10.
clip that I want to show y'all because this is in the vein of sometimes you just genuinely can be not like educated on a topic, and then you can be a clip. And it can be so bad that it seems like you're clip farming, but it just kind of points to the education level in this country at times. My homie, not my homie because I've never met him, but I would love to have you on a podcast. Sam Seder.
Get on the pod. Get on the pod.
Sam Seder just went to Jubilee and he had that like surrounded. It was one person versus like 25 conservatives and everything, which I have my problems with Jubilee. I've been on Jubilee actually. Funny enough, I did a conversation about pro versus anti social media, which it wasn't the most interesting topic. I kind of wanted them to have me on for a political thing, but I don't think I'd do it now. Not because like I watched Sam's video and I was like, damn, if I was there, I'll say XYZ because I'm just like debate minded, I guess. But also the problem I have with Jubilee is that it's like clip farming. That is the entire like channel of Jubilee, is that like we will, regardless of how outlandish or insane the conversation is, we're gonna have the conversation and push it because it's crazy. Like they had one where it was like 5 poor guys versus 5 rich guys. What the fuck are we doing?
How?
How did that?
Yeah.
Why?
That
I
makes
do?
Walks into a fucking McDonald's and was like, hey.
You had a nigga put on a Google form, classify themselves as poor, and then you brought them to LA to talk.
You couldn't pay me to do no shit like that.
No, at all.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
broke as shit. I would love to.
And that's the like, it's questionable, but that's all right. Kind of still like lighthearted, even though it's weird.
Bro.
Then you have Michael Knowles like in the thumbnail being like, and it's one conservative versus 25 LGBTQ plus activists. You're having a nigga who doesn't like gay people sit in front of gay people and gay activists and be like, yeah, y'all not real for real.
Yeah.
What is this
as-
conversation?
Or like
What-
y'all are
people-
mentally ill. Or
Yeah, or
So
spreading
actually
lies.
put that on paper. You have people trying to defend like why they are the way they are to one person.
And mind you, you have a media trained liar against people who are not media trained trying to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So you're going to
You debated Michael Knowles.
I did debate Michael Knowles, and again, media trained liar. You have to
2 hour debate him getting his ass kicked.
hooked. You have to know, like you have to be up on it. And even I think I could have did better because I'm not decades in this shit, knowing my talking points, even though they're lies. That's the problem I have with Jubilee, because you're platforming these things as though they're on equal footing, and you have one nigga who sounds smarter than everybody, but he's lying, and the other niggas who are right, but they're not as media trained. So you just walk away from it being like, damn, that's crazy. No, you should be like, Michael Knowles is a horrible person who says horrible things and is wrong and is a liar to be paid to do that. But Sam Seder went on in one of the rare instances where it's kind of stacked the other way, where the person who's telling the truth is actually like the center of it. And there was a clip of a black conservative, and he said some things, and I was like, yeah, you're an unintentional clip. But yeah, we can check it out right now, actually, I think. Yep.
Oh, this.
Regardless of DEI, don't we already have things in our Constitution that protects people's rights, protects people?
No.
We don't?
No.
Do we or do we not?
No, we do not. Tell me what protects people from discrimination in housing and in work and hiring or getting loans. It's all statutes. It's all statutes. And in these government agencies, there was nothing except for that order. That's why Trump just rescinded it.
Tap out.
You're bull.
Delectable.
I appreciate you, dog.
I respect you because you knew damn well you was about to get fucked.
Look at that face.
You didn't know nothing what the fuck you was about to say. Bro, I hate the nigga on Jubilee. Gang, I hate the nigga on Jubilee that'll get on there and hear that shit and be like, actually, nigga, you don't know what you're about. Just tap out, nigga. That would have been me, nigga. I would have, nigga, you got it.
Because you're clearly out of your depth, but the thing is, you would just believe a thing and say it. The thing about Sam Seder is y'all don't even peep how right he is. Like, I remember, let's take like the 13th Amendment, right? The one that's like supposed to be anti-slavery.
Yeah.
I watched a video by a YouTuber, his name is Knowing Better, and he like leaves all his resources, so I was able to like look through it. There's this very interesting thing where it's like, the 13th Amendment, in the slavery lasted way longer, like actual chattel slavery, like the one you all picture, lasted up until like 1942, like months before Joe Biden was born, which is funny. And the reason why is because a lot of these same people in the South who got busted for like having slave plantations or whatever, just like did convict leasing, which is basically the concept of they'd pass a random law saying if you black and you do an XYZ, you go get arrested.
Yeah.
And then you get arrested
you in
and
the
they'd be
prison
like,
system.
I can pay so you don't have to go to jail. And when I pay, what you got to do for me is you got to work on my farm or whatever. And then when they were pressed about it, when the Department of Justice was trying to investigate it, I think in the 1930s or 40s and try to get the shit shut down, the defense that this nigga, I think his name was like John W. Pace or some shit. The defense that he used was that like, it wasn't peonage and it wasn't like anything. It was slavery, and slavery wasn't illegal. And he got off because the 13th Amendment says that you can't do slavery except for punishments of a crime. But it doesn't say if you are found to be doing slavery, you will be punished by XYZ. So it had to be a statute that they had to like go back and be like, okay, prosecute this under this statute, and that's how you break up that shit. That's how they did it. So yeah, even when they'll tell you,
some bullshit.
yeah. So even when they tell you that you have XYZ right in the Constitution, a lot of the ways those get protected and enforced are through statutes that like are like either case rulings or like shit that are specific codes passed. That's like, all right, you have to litigate this like this, and that's what the DEI shit in the government was, where it's like you can't be racist against people. But the way that that's going to be enforced is like, all right, you have to put out the application to different communities. So you're hiring from a broad pool. You can't discriminate against people when they're in your job if they need like accessibility stuff or whatever. That's all statutes. So when Trump removed that order, it's like, yeah, free for all type shit. So yeah, even when they do have those things, and he knew nothing about
It's going to be
that.
a long 4 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna be a long
fucking
4
4
years.
years.
It's gonna be a long 4 years.
Yeah,
He's gonna be balding at the top by the end
Yeah.
of this shit.
After this 4 years, we finna be looking old as fuck on this
Yeah.
couch.
Right, like Obama, nigga.
Nigga.
Obama. Go
These dreads gonna be gone.
Yeah.
This nigga
Dreads
just
gonna be
yo.
out.
I'ma have one
My shit's
leg.
gonna be halfway, like cutting shit,
Grab
grad
the
back
fucking
here and
George
shit.
Jefferson and shit. Like, hell no, bro.
But yeah, so Clip it, man. Sometimes you intentionally be one, sometimes you unintentionally be one. But at the end of the day, what do I say at the end of every fucking episode? Be informed, goddamn. Y'all would not believe half of the shit that you believe if you just dropped your ego and read on some shit.
Read some shit.
Literally.
You could believe anything if you just read.
And that's
some
for
shit.
everybody in our comments too, which...
Funny you mentioned that.
Funny I mentioned that.
Moving forward, we gonna open this up for some discussions because we had a very funny comment interaction, and it got us thinking that like we should open it up and have y'all send us comments.
Oh God.
So every week, if you want to hear your comment possibly get responded to in the next week's episode, drop a comment, do a tweet on Twitter or some shit. Use hashtag JAAMTalks. We'll put it on the screen. JAAM Talks. Hashtag JaamTalks, and we'll try to see it and get back to you and respond.
Especially if you a hater, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if you a hater, because unfortunately the person whose comment we about to respond to is a little crazy. You screenshotted it, right?
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the first edition because this was some bullshit. Like we had to respond to it.
So basically, the reaction, or not the reaction. We're speaking on Le Deb.
So what happened?
Le Deb.
It was what was it? It was DJ Daniel.
Yeah.
DJ Daniel. So the last episode when we talked about Trump and his address, and he gave that 13-year-old brain cancer survivor the Secret Service badge.
We're basically being like, okay,
and
realistically, Trump should have gave him some money. We were talking about how Trump rescinded the fucking 9/11 cancer treatment research shit. So basically, that's what this comment is about. The nigga said to something $1,000 check.
Give the context, because this dude popped up in the comment section and he was like, y'all had 4 L takes in the first 4 minutes. Timestamping.
Timestamp of
the nigga, look, so the nigga timestamps everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, this nigga know what he talking about. Okay, let's see him respond to it.
Do you want to read the username? Just so we not bullshitting. We not bullshitting, just so you know.
You can find it. It's in the fucking comments.
Yeah, it's in the comments.
$200-something check on 9/11 cancer treatment. Your complaint is about Trump cutting that. Since when was there ever a link between 9/11 and cancer?
Oh my God.
Sure, maybe some of the dust being ingested in or something.
Oh. Well, there's your fucking answer, you dumbass.
But according to what you said earlier, on how cancer treatment costs $150K, then this $200K was only paying for 1.5 people.
Oh, brother.
You might need to get the fuck off the internet for a few days.
Moron.
No, you're a moron. That's like
that's next.
I don't even think we give you an educated response. That you're a read a book, nigga.
You know what it's like with the timestamps?
Google some shit.
No, actually, you know what it was like with the timestamps he put. It's like you'll look at it. It's like he got confident. It was like when I tried to throw you that play. I was like, bro, I'm gonna throw this shit, nigga. I hit a Coke bottle, it almost spilled. Nigga, he didn't hit shit,
nigga. I genuinely was like, oh, he finna come with that shit. He got the timestamp.
Yeah. I need you to get in contact with the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, have them put you on the field and throw your phone at Shohei Ohtani and let him bang that bitch over a wall. That's the only proportion.
I thought you were gonna throw the ball at that nigga head. He needs some rearranging in there. Some shit gotta happen.
What does 9/11 have to do with cancer?
And then it was like, maybe.
Did y'all remember when 9/11 happened and the buildings got hit and then they just disappeared? They just despawned. Nothing happened shortly thereafter.
Jesus.
No one cleaned up the buildings. Nothing. It just kind of poof. They fell and then
there's
the
a little bit of dust in big ass buildings fell.
The biggest
buildings
in the world.
The biggest buildings in that entire city hit the ground. It was a little dusty.
Along with 2 fucking Boeings, nigga.
On some very much calm shit.
A little bit of dust and shit.
A little bit of dust.
Nigga had the
Plans,
bro.
people,
This nigga
asbestos.
I'm gonna be real, and this is pressure for anyone who watches this. If you use that hashtag JaamTalks, don't be stupid like this. Don't
if you leave some
Actually
shit
talk
like
straight.
that, you will get heated.
And you will get fried.
I want y'all to, bro. I want y'all to
What's his
talk
full
about,
government? We need him gone.
I want y'all to talk about the fact this nigga said, well, it's only enough for
1.5 people.
What are we?
First
Bro,
of all, nigga, I don't know who told you this, but half of, say we did go by your $150K per person. half of 200K is, or half of 150K is not 50K. I don't know where you got one and a half, 1.5 people.
Yes, 275K would be like, no, wait, what is it? 100,
it'd be
150 plus 75.
It'd be like a third of said person. Or a fourth
but
of
even
said
then,
person or
this
some
is also
shit.
assuming that like they took the 200 bands and then spent it on a person. This is $200,000 in cancer research, which is, and it actually points out the point.
I want you to repeat that again.
$200,000 in cancer research, which
Again.
is $200,000 in cancer research, which is funny because he points out, oh, you're mad about that much money? Yes, because fucking Doge and Elon Musk saw 200 bands and was like, nah, we could save on that.
Cancer research.
It's 200. What are we? Why? Why are we saving on 200?
How much did Elon just lose?
Gang.
You could be the cancer research.
Gang.
You could fund that shit your damn self.
Like, what are we talking?
What are we? I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Don't ever do that shit again.
The dude who made that comment,
Don't ever
bro.
do that shit again.
I need you go in your attic. I need you see, like, look for all of the pink stuff.
Yeah, and
eat
that bitch
it.
in.
Eat everything. Eat
Cotton candy.
Pink
Eat
fluff.
all the pink fluffy shit in your attic, nigga.
Don't look up what it
See
is.
what the fuck happened.
Don't look up what it is.
Don't. It may be a little dusty.
If you or a loved one has
It's a
been
little dusty.
diagnosed
Might
with
have a little-
mesothelioma,
heard him. He said you might have a little. Bro, you remember?
Might burn a little bit, but you be straight. You be straight. You know what I'm
Literally,
saying?
you remember you saw the that white screen shit on YouTube where they'll have like 24 hours and it's just a blank white screen you can watch. I want you to sit in front of that and look and think about everything you've been through
Hella
in
white
your
noise.
life.
We need to start hypnotizing niggas.
Oh God, bro.
you need
Hey, man. Please.
man.
I can't even say
Hey,
what I'm saying.
hey, man. Realistically, though, serious shit. If y'all got some serious ass comments or you got some like funny shit, you got
Or
some
grievances.
informative shit, you got some like flowers
Yeah.
for us, or
Some topics
you want to
you
talk
like,
about some actual like politics, like topics,
Or if there's
etc.
something that we said wrong and you think that you can correct us.
On God, y'all was correcting us about the LSU shit last podcast.
Yeah, we did miss
We
that.
appreciate that
Yeah,
shit.
it was not
W.
LSU.
Dead ass. But yeah, if y'all do have shit like that, definitely hashtag. What we doing? Jam Talk.
Hashtag JAAM Talks.
Hashtag Jam Talks. Make
Jam
sure you
Talks.
use the double A and shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Thank you guys so much. This has been another episode of The Jam. We love y'all. Appreciate
y'all,
all
love
the love
y'all,
and
love
support.
y'all.
Let's see if we can get to what? 2,000s next on Instagram. I mean on YouTube.
Yup.
Yeah.
Man.
4,000s next on Instagram.
Instagram.
2,000 still on TikTok.
God, follow us on every platform: Spotify, Apple Music, Acast, nigga,
Acast,
iHeartRadio,
iHeartRadio,
nigga,
Amazon.
Amazon
You
Music.
follow on Acast?
I
I
have
don't
no
even
idea.
know.
Pocket Cast, nigga. It's on Pocket Cast. Follow us now. Immediately. Do whatever you gotta do.
Nah.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Have an
appreciate
awesome-
Y'all subscribe, share this with
I
everybody.
always do my like YouTube outro. That I would
Have an awesome day and
have an amazing day and night wherever you are. Love y'all. Peace.
out.
Thank you.
Yeah.